Okay. Here we are again. Sirens started outside just as I... Probably can't even hear that. I literally sat down and said, okay, here we are again. Meanwhile, sirens outside my house. Oh no, Grand Theft Auto. I've got a wanted level. What did I do this time? Wait, that's incriminating. I can't say what I can't say this time because it's like, what do you mean this time? Anyway. Oh, the term paper's done. 2 of my exams I finished today. I have 1 more to go tomorrow. And then I'm done with my semester. And then I will be free as a bird. I will no longer be trapped in this cage, so now it's just a matter of untrapping myself from this cage that I'm in with the princess, but we'll see if we can make it that far. So, Pine Snapples, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, and user Chris Knight and Gao as well. Welcome back, and welcome in. We are just about to get started. Let me just take a drink, because it's very warm in this room. We haven't gotten the air conditioners out yet, but it's supposed to cool down again next week, so we're not getting them out until it's consistently too warm to be comfortable. Or, I mean, probably that sounds like we're punishing ourselves, but quite honestly, installing that air conditioner in my window is a pain in the nuts anyway. I gotta there's too many holes, basically, where bugs can get in, so I have to... This is going to sound bizarre to anyone who hasn't been here before, but I've talked about it before. I have to cut a trash bag into a bunch of pieces and stick it over all of the open seams where the bugs could get in, because if you stick the trash bag over the open seams and you just tape it down, the bugs never get in. Modern problems require modern solutions. Nice to catch the stream. Yeah, glad you're here. We're on the route with the most... well, actually, to be quite honest, I was going to say the route with the most violence and blood right now, but we've honestly haven't had too much blood this time. There's been some killing that's happened, but I did literally rip my chest open in the very, very, very first one, so I guess it hasn't been quite so violent, but I mean, that's kind of by design. The way that I have this cycle in terms of what I want to do in this cycle, the way I have it set up is I want to try to avoid as much bloodshed as possible while still getting the ending that I want to get. So we'll see if it works out that way, but only one way to figure that out, so let's try to figure that out.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, then the world's about to end, because I'm not planning on slaying her, at least not on this reset. Although this reset's probably going to look familiar if you were here for the very first cycle, because we're almost basically running it back 1 for 1. We're just letting it play out all the way. Anyway, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Slay the Princess, the stream edition. Last time, we started a new cycle. And this cycle, we are trying to answer the question, because I didn't get a conclusive answer before, of what would it be like to live in a world without her? And that is something that we have to do very specific things to do in order to get that ending. So we're gonna try to go do that. So let's be cordial, and then, like I said,
it's all part of the job.
Working on running it back. So, Voice of the Nobleman. Sounds like a problem for commoners. You what? I'll write that. Yeah, there you go. And hello, Bagel. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back.
You make your way up.
We can run it back now.
To the cabin.
So let's run it back.
You'll find the princess within.
This first one will probably be fairly quick.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. don't believe a word she says.
Just because, like I said, it's one that we've
We're not
already
gonna go
done
through
before.
with this, right? She's a princess.
But,
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I'm not sure yet. We're gonna see how long it takes to do this first one and then one after that. I'm kind of okay with the idea of sticking with 2 resets per stream, even if this one goes a little bit shorter than the other ones, just because, or in the case of the ending, 1 reset and then the end of the game. Just because I feel like, well, I guess it depends. We'll see how it goes today, but I feel like having this whole thing be a total of, 9 streams, because we're going to do a 3rd run through, is not out of the question. So
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But anyway, enough expository banter.
The interior of the
Into the
cabin is
cabin.
almost
Oh, let me
entirely bare.
hold something real
The
quick.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
There
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I want to do this wrong. My hands are a deadly weapon. They have blades built into
The
them.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated
No blade.
by
Don't
an
take the
unseen
blade.
light in the room
We
below.
don't need it.
This is
Not this
an
time, anyway.
oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
No, it's just your imagination.
Hypnotizing.
It's the ghost
It's
from
the kind of
last time.
voice You only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Actually, if it was the ghost from last time, she'd probably be like heckling her from the top of the stairs anyway. So, but
Good.
whatever.
You're
Don't-
still listening to reason. It
You gotta
would
make
be
things
better
fair.
if
It's
you
not like
had
she's
them, but
armed.
You may still be able
Right?
to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Well, you see, if it's anything like last time, she could wrap her hands around the chains and use them as like brass knuckles to bludgeon me to death.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Or at least she could try.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Would this one do that though? I don't really know. I think it depends on how we push her. So, but as I said, this is a route that we've already done. If you were here for the very first Slay the Princess stream, we're doing the damsel route again. So since we've already kind of examined most of the dialogue options that get you to the damsel, I'm just going to speed through it. So let's just speed right through it.
You're only making this more difficult.
I know that,
Thank you. Thank you.
especially since we didn't get that dialogue option where we're just being cordial to her immediately, you know.
You're making a huge mistake.
We haven't gotten this before.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I'll be the judge of that later.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Yeah, voice of the speedrunner, except he won't click skip dialogue.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, ma'am.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Could be.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Could not be then. Let me go check upstairs. Hold on.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock
Oh, wow.
sliding into
2 doors slamming shut.
Is someone else here?
Well, we haven't shouted out the door yet, so... Oi! Open this damn door!
Your shouts and pleas
Oh, we
are
did say
met
that one already.
with
Never mind.
silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're not going to leave.
You make your way to the
Just
bottom
a
of the
suggestion,
stairs.
save and then
This
kill.
would have been
So
much
you
easier
can
if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
attempt to kill the princess in this particular instance, and there will be a situation. I don't think it's on this run. I'm trying to remember what I have in my notes. There is a situation on one of the other runs where we effectively do all the way up through to the point where we're just about to get to the damsel route, like 1 for 1, like we did it the very first time, but we actually attempt to go through with it and slay her, and there are different results. So that suggestion, keep in the back burner. We'll be doing that one eventually. So
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
that's true. We're in a mess, but it's mostly
I heard
because
the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
you still have control of the cabin, Mr. Narrator.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
All right, now calm down, ma'am. We'll figure this
If I
out.
could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
There's no need to do anything drastic, like try to chew your own arm off.
She barely
Or you could
hesitates
just
before raising her arm
do
to
that.
her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Yeah.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
I wonder how many people did this route thinking, "Oh, this game's easy. I'm just gonna do this because it wouldn't make sense to kill her," and they just see this and they do this specific image of her just ripping flesh from her bones, and they just did a complete 180. They were like, "What kind of a mistake am I making?"
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
You are correct. The time
Or
to
you
strike
could
is
use it
now.
to free her.
I'm going to strike the chain from her wrist so we can leave.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
The arm was just too tasty looking, impossible to resist. Nom nom. Yeah, girl dinner. There you go. Oh god. I mean, like we said originally, we don't know how long it's been since she's eaten or drank anything, so maybe she's just a little hungry. I mean, I don't think I'd ever get to the point where I'd want to chew my own arm off, but then again, I've never been so excessively hungry that my arm would begin to look like something I could eat. So,
Fine.
just let me save her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
We'll decide whether your judgment was better later.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I still like, though, how here, even though you've committed to freeing her here, she still has the big, gigantic, wide eyes. It's almost like there's a reason for that. Like, you haven't quite fully committed to what we're actually going to do here. As
Her
you'll
limb
see
falls to the
eventually,
ground, and the heavy chains.
the
full of
giant
sweat.
eyes mean something, because there's another route
She
that you can
didn't so
still
much
get
as utter
even
a
if you get to
sound
this
through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, protein. Voice of the tragedy. It'd be as tasteless as the walls after long enough.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, walls made of granite would not taste very
She
good.
smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Still want to know if you want me to get that. I don't have bandages, but we could rip a little bit of your dress off.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Yeah, let's lend her a hand.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
She's currently down one. She could use the help. Okay, let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
You know, you really could, though. I understand what you think is going to happen, and probably for you it's a massive tragedy because you will die and perish with this world, but she will live on and torment other worlds after you do whatever it is you think you're going to do here.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
My one question, and I don't think this is how this would work, because, well, okay, this question probably would have been better to ask on the first route, right? Is, if you have control of the cabin still, Mr. Narrator, why not just, make the cabin have a wall full of spikes and then just retract the wall so that it squishes her? But, well, as we saw in the first run, he can't
Wait,
exactly
this
do
isn't
that.
fair. You can't just
Because
do that.
I'm saying he has control of the cabin, but
What are you doing?
he doesn't really. Get out of the way!
Stop that.
No, I won't.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yep.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Luckily, we're armed. Okay. Pack it up, comedian. Yeah, it has to make sense. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it would be a
Princess
pretty
dodges,
short game
stumbling back against the wall
if he
before
could
the
just do
blade has a
that,
chance
right?
to connect.
Like, we wouldn't even have to be here. He'd be like, oh, I did the work already. You're welcome.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Guess he can only be a jerk to you and not the princess. Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. So,
The blade. Move the blade.
which one? The one that you're having me clamp down with my hand, or the many, many talons that I have otherwise? They're all
As your
blades,
body remains
sir.
frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
But you see how now her eyes have changed a little bit? Like, only up until this point have the eyes still... the eyes were still kind of that wide thing, but now that you've committed to the damsel route, her eyes have switched now over. They're still big, but they're not, like, wild animal-looking eyes. So
We both know this isn't you.
it's more of a drawing them to endear you to her kind of a drawing.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Arthritis?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
You'll try, but you won't.
She
Ow.
plunges it into your chest, tearing
Hey, Eighth
through
Opening,
flesh
how you
and
doing?
sinew.
Welcome back.
It
We are
is
running it back
agony.
because I'm
Can't
attempting,
make it.
despite our current route, to avoid as much bloodshed as possible. And we're off to a fantastic start because there's her blood and there's my blood.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
I'm still baffled at how you managed to hit absolutely nothing vital.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake?
What's the tragedy?
Don't you
Ow.
start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
Chapter
Two of you
2,
literally
the
ruined
Eyeball
every-
Princess. That's almost as bad as the Teeth Princess. Does the Apotheosis count as the Eyeball Princess? Because all of the vestiges had eyeballs on it, and they all opened and closed with her.
Whatever.
I'm trying
She
to
sinks
remember.
the blade into your chest
Probably not,
again
right?
and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I mean, it's not quite that bad. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Not gonna lie, you're gonna lurk, but this is actually hilarious. I mean, at a certain point, you kind of just gotta accept the pain that's coming to you, right? There you go. Voice of the Smitten has entered the chat, just about, yeah. And she's sorry, so it's fine. It's the, self-defense.
I'm sorry.
Self-defense as she
She
pokes
doesn't know
me
how to use a
like a
knife, does
balloon that you can't quite pop. Like a very high amount of rubber balloon. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Apparently not.
She took a fair
It doesn't matter
stab
how
at
sloppy
it.
her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Feel like that SpongeBob thing in the back. They're like, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks." No offense. I'm just saying.
I'm so sorry.
He's taking a lot of puns, which is fine.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling
Ooh,
around
hold on, I
you,
missed
your
the message
limbs
there.
unresponsive.
I now have the
Princess
messages in
stares
two
down
places,
at
so I
your
can check
ruined
them. Hang on a
chest
sec.
As tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Bagel, it was your message there. But yeah, you're right. If you don't perceive her as a threat, she's a creature of perception. So, if we don't perceive her as a threat, she's barely capable of doing anything. But
Can't just end like
if we do
this.
perceive her as a threat,
Right.
well, then she can do a lot of things. Very, very easily, and with the kind of precision that you're
Reach
talking
coming
about.
from
so.
you. As much as I prefer for
Don't know
things to
why,
have
but the
gone
princess
differently, I
stabbing
can't
at you,
deny the
screaming, "I'm
reality of what's
sorry!"
happened.
really made you
You made
laugh.
your choice. It's over,
She's just really bad at it, which is
Everything
kind of
goes
the
dark.
point. So,
and you die.
but that's how you get to the damsel. So.
You're on a path in the woods, And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so we already know the Smitten is going to be the one that's here, so let's just go straight to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Because I'm sure he won't be able to keep his big mouth shut for very long here.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Maybe if I stayed dead, all of this would be over.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me?
Oh good, we get some unique dialogue for having not introduced people yet.
Forget he said anything.
I don't know that he can.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
If we can only make our love easier to carry out of here, maybe then things would go better.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Do we have to open this can of worms?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I like how we're trying to gaslight the narrator into not even thinking about the things the Smitten says on this run.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
But I am kind of glad that we did that, because I actually didn't know that you get unique dialogue if you just go straight to the
Don't pay
cabin.
their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Are you telling me that, or are you just as much saying that for yourself? Well, only one way to find out.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I was going to say, you know, a table like that would be really cool to have in my room, but I feel like I'd probably stub my toe on the legs of it, like, a lot.
The blade is your implement. You'll need
It might
if you
just
want
be
to do
me,
this
though,
right.
because, like, I live in a 10 by 12 box, basically, so, like, the room that we are currently in here is probably only slightly smaller than the room that I live in, so...
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Not a lot of room to maneuver is what I'm saying.
Isn't much to see here.
It would be a really cool table to own, though.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Did we not get this? Oh no, you know what? Because the first time we had the Smitten, we said you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall, so we didn't get this line.
You reach forward and rub
So
your
this
hand
part, I
against
think,
the cabin
might be
wall. I hope
new.
you know how ridiculous.
No,
you
I
look,
think he'll just say the feather out of place line, which I think he might have already said.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Well, it's a line of dialogue we don't have yet because the fast forward option is blanking out, so.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
I mean, we could. We just have to know how many feathers we have out of place so we can put a few of her feathers out of place. I don't know. I'm just going to the basement, man. I'm talking about the voice of the comedian thing over here. But I think that all the exams and term paper writing drained me so much that I don't know that I have
The basement almost seems
solid commentary
welcoming
today.
in the dim
But
firelight.
I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things. You do research for most of the semester, and then you write a term paper that ended up being... So the paper itself ended up... So it's 7 to 10 pages is the suggested amount. But the professor said it's okay if it goes over that. I double-checked because mine went to 12 pages. Double-spaced, so not like crazy amounts. But that's taking out the title page, the abstract, the outline, the graphs, the tables, the graphs and charts, the tables, and the references section. So the whole thing ended up being 20 pages. And I did it in... Well, I did most of the writing in just one day. I did the proofreading and the remainder, what little of the writing that left, the day after that, and then I did more proofreading to make sure it all sounded right a little after that. So, like, I only just turned it in about 4 hours ago. So. Now that's a real tragedy. I don't know if that's for the term paper or feather princess, but yeah, the term paper was a bit of a tragedy, but it's done, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So, what's the tragedy? Don't look, it's just too sad. Practice that funny face. Yeah, there you go.
But it's still a stone basement.
She's
The
gonna need a
princess
funny
lives
face
here,
if she
slaying
lives in
her
a
is
stone
probably doing her a
basement.
favor.
If the princess lives here, smiling for her is probably doing her a favor, because as we all know, a smile
A
better
soft
suits a
voice
hero.
carries up the stairs.
God, I haven't referenced that in forever. Where the hell did that come from?
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
I think her voice is a little more high-pitched this time.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
Clown princess, no thank you. This game is scary enough without that.
We don't even need the princess. We can still do right
Oh,
by her without
God.
all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Yep, get that part.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Exactly.
There's a heavy chain around her
I already
wrist,
had to
binding
deal with
her
the
to
drowned
farm.
gray and the wraith last time. Don't make a clown princess.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul
Clown
imprisonment.
princess is actually a scrapped princess. Oh, you know, I could see it. I feel like it'd be kind of difficult to draw in like a pencil drawing thing because, I mean, it'd be kind of hard to distinguish the spots from her uniform and everything else, and then the clown nose and everything.
You know she
but
can't hear you, right? She may not be able
just
to
I'm thinking about it now, and I'm
but
just thinking
surely
about like
she
Nicole
could hear
Goodnight
my
being told to
spirit.
talk in a nasally voice because she's got something plugging her nose.
Oh, your
She'd be like,
plenty loud,
"What the hell are you all up to? What are you on?" It is? I thought that was just a meme. I don't know.
It's you, my dashing hero.
So I couldn't
I
tell
was
you.
so worried you wouldn't
I
come
think it would be
back.
really funny though if they did ever consider it.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
He sure sounds easy to be manipulated.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
What do you want manipulated, voice of the smitten? No, don't answer that.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she
I think we
killed
all
us.
already know what you want manipulated.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I was gonna say the jury's still out on that one, but frankly, someone in the chat agrees with you, so.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
Yeah,
I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
don't know, Bagel. They say it's in the game files. Oh, okay, so you could probably like look in the game, like in the game's common files and everything, and maybe find something to do with it.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
I wonder how many worlds we've actually gone through at this point. Like, where are we at currently as of both, like, considering both cycles? Because every time we do chapter 1, that's 1, so we're on at least, this is 8, plus however many chapter 2s and chapter 3s we've done. But I guess then the question comes in, when you bring the princess to the hands in the Long Quiet, to the Shifting Mound, does that count as a world being damned to oblivion? I mean, I guess, because the world has to end in order to get them to the Shifting Mound, but, you know. I don't remember. Did we ask this question? I feel like we might have, but do I have to? I mean, I could probably do it with my talons, but, you know.
I'm
No, we
okay
did
with
ask this
whatever you come
question.
up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Voice of the tragedy. Not even a chance to mourn. The memories tab. Oh, Lord. Multiple volumes? How many books are there? They're right in the base folder of the game. There's a JPEG. Everything goes dark, and you pied. .png. Oh God, the April Fool's joke. That's what it sounds
No,
like
she's
anyway.
a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch
Why
me.
are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, I'm with you, Voice of the Hero. That's weird, and I need to, figure out why.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
I love it. If only it were a real route. Get me the butter!
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre.
get her out of
and
here,
further evidence that she's a
saponify her
monster who's
wrist.
not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Actually, saponifying is when you, take glycerol and you mix it with a strong base and it turns into soap. So maybe don't do that, because that would kind of require melting through her wrists to get at the glycerol that's in there. Anyway, let's just get her out of there, because he said we can't slip her out, but I believe we can, so let's do that.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Sorry, skipped that one. We saw that one already, though. You'll take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Because, you done that before, actually.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain.
I probably
light
could have taken the
and
knife with
depths,
me here,
and
but I don't
if you
remember if
try
you can get
anything
this
that might harm
route
our
that we're going
dearest,
to do
I will end our life without a second thought.
with the knife, so.
You wouldn't.
He won't have a chance to,
I would.
but I wouldn't give him the chance anyway.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
They make compelling points.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Whole world's doomed.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Knife, no knife, it doesn't matter. Voice of the broken, voice of tragedy. Someone's day has to be ruined, but it doesn't have to be ours.
I told you.
I guess not.
There's
We can
no
ruin the
life
narrator's
more
day
worth
instead.
living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was a very big mistake last time that we won't be making again.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Still wondering what you have against love. Did you, read a bad romance novel before the world ended or something, and it's just colored your whole perception?
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Melons, oh god.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Her eyes are up there. Up there, behind Snapple.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
But there you go. Go ahead, screenshot it, do whatever you're gonna do with it. Not my responsibility. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're cut off.
What do we do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do now?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt
He's just
love
jealous
in
that you
his
get
heart.
that kind of an embrace. He's like, I want the princess to smother me in a joyful embrace. Ugh. I guess that makes sense because that's where the ugh came from, right?
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, when you get out of here, my dear, you should get used to hearing that because you'll have the agency to choose those things. So if you don't choose, people will ask you.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Voice of the comedian. He's one of those, maidenless folk. Unfortunately for you, narrator, you are maidenless. Now travel through all of Elden Ring to try to get Ranni to embrace you. Narrator has never felt an embrace in his life. That's kind of sad, but also kind of funny. Kill or leave?
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted? the
I
actual
choose the
truth?
third route. Although, I suppose,
I think
kill is kind of what's going to happen here.
Princess
But we don't have a
closes her
knife, so how do
eyes
we
in
kill
deep
her? Well,
reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You already asked me that question, actually. And I asked you another one.
I just want to make you happy.
I'm sure you do, but you can do that by being yourself and choosing something for yourself.
She can't just want to make us happy.
No maidens, no pristine blade. What are we even doing here?
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Okay, well then you can take her JPEG when we're done with this and get out of here. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
That's a question. You're answering a question with a question, young lady. Are you sure about that?
Is she broken? What's going on?
I don't think she knows what she is because we're not giving her anything to, like, claw her agency from.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
That damsel times 2. Yeah, you need to do your own thing. It's more than just like a matter of me wanting you for the best for you. You need to have your own thing. Otherwise, it's kind of a weird, clingy relationship that we'd have.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
You're correct.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
It's a big deal, but the last time it was an even bigger deal because we already said that one. So now let's just go all the way with it, shall we? What if, in order for you to make me happy, you have to make me unhappy? This statement is false, princess.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
Okay, well, that's not really getting me anywhere,
Is
but...
it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Yeah, I think the narrator disappeared because of the sheer stupidity of this whole situation. Damsel squared. What's the opportunist? No blade yet. It will drop in any time now. Damsel to the damsel. We're getting exponential with it. Well, that was easy. I like her little O face as the hands grab her. She's cognizant of it. Like the other ones, they just grab around the eyes. This one, it doesn't grab around the eyes. She's just like, oh, okay, well.
No. She was our perfect match.
Your perfect match was a drawing from a... Actually, I was going to say a third grader, but that'd be a pretty damn good drawing for a third grader. I have trouble making stick figures, so I shouldn't really talk. Your perfect match was a drawing from me.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Reality here isn't very stable, is it? One paradox and it all goes... Yeah, pretty much.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Have we heard what the Smitten has to say about the mirror yet? I don't think so, because the last time we had the Smitten, he was the shadow in Happily Ever After. So I don't think we've gotten to hear that. So this will be new dialogue as well. So I guess it's another good reason why we're doing this. But
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I mean, it can't hurt, but me talking to the mirror won't hurt any of you either. You'll just, disappear to the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Well, you're right about that. Unfortunately, you won't get to see her. Bye. What's the tragedy? It's inevitable. He's going to touch the mirror anyway. He can't stop touching things. He's like that guy from Dark Souls 3. He just can't stop touching things. Oh, man. Oh, good. I'm turning into a swamp monster. Again. I withered by breaking reality around me. Time for the big punchline. Just smash the glass instead of staring into it.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Yeah, and scene for those two. They're gone now.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
The Shifting Mound has to be quite confused in this run, doesn't she? Because, we spent the first two runs doing, awful, terrible things to each other. Not the Shifting Mound to me, but the princess to me. And now this run, she's just, You brought me a pencil drawing. I mean, I know they're all pencil drawings, but you brought me like a literal pencil drawing, like a first draft pencil drawing. What are you doing? Oh boy. Let's see. I think I'll ask about the contradictions thing. So you're a paradox at this point. Does it change your thoughts about everything?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Have I ignored those things? You're not very good at this whole talking thing, are you?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that. I just think sometimes it's difficult to parse what you're saying.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this one, this first draft drawing that I brought you?
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart.
Pliant, huh?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Well, you're right about that, but I don't think you understand how right you are. Oh, you made her upset. Oh, no. Actually worried she'd get a paper cut the first time you saw this. Yeah, I mean, like, look at all of the edges on this. There's only one princess I'm aware of that has more edges than this. So, hands at the back. Do Fury next. Poor princess. Not her fault. She's just new at this. It's her first day on the job. Don't make her feel bad. This is her first day at customer service. God, I feel that so bad, though. I remember my first day at customer service sucked. So... we already know the answer to all these other questions, but I'm trying to remember because there's another option you can get, but I forget if it's one of these. You know, I mean, we've kind of already gotten the I just want a straight answer type of a dealie, so let's just go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
All right, ow. 7 years of bad luck. Okay, back we go. So now for the new content. We've seen pretty much everything that we just saw for the past 40 minutes or so.
Is a cabin.
Before.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
But this time we'll get some new stuff. Although, hang on. We will get some new stuff. Let me plug my phone in real quick though, because my phone just gave me a low battery warning and I won't be able to see chat from my phone if I don't plug it in. So one sec. This guy. Busted out the long charging cord. I usually use it to plug in the controller when I'm playing games on the PC, but it doubles as a long cord for charging my phone when it needs to be. So that'll work. Let's see. A quasi-princess. Wonder what princess he'll go for this time. Few memories, please. I can look at the memories tab. Hang on, let me take a look. Let's see. It'd be in here, right? Yeah, there it is. So these are the memories tab. We haven't talked about the memories tab yet. The Memories tab shows you the princesses that you've already gotten on all of the routes that you've done. So this will show all of the princesses we've gotten thus far for every single one of the routes that we did. This even includes princesses that have split endings in their routes. Like, for example, the damsel that we just got, the one that we got was the damsel after we sort of, like, broke her brain. So the one that we got is not the actual damsel, but it is still the damsel, basically. Like, another example would show the wild. We got the fused wild rather than the other wild, which I forget what it's called. And some of the routes that you can get are, like, the princess can go to that route from 2 different places. As an example, we got the Spectre and the Nightmare already. Both of these can go to the Wraith depending on what you do. So, but yeah, the Memories tab helps a little bit because it lets you check. If you, like, for example, let's look in the damsel since we just did that. If you click on the damsel herself, you can look at all of the gallery pictures that you've already gotten for the damsel. And once again, the gallery is what helps you get 100% of the game done, because in order to get the platinum, you need to complete the gallery. So all of these locked images, they are the ones that you need to unlock in order for you to get the gallery complete. And the gallery completion is one of the trophies that you need in order to get the platinum trophy. So there you go. Oh yeah, and there's another gray that you can get as well. Usually what happens with these is the ones down here in the chapter 3 section are below the ones that you can that split into them. So like the gray here can split from either the prisoner or the damsel, and you get a different gray depending on which one you do, similar to the wild, which splits from the beast, or this one, which we have not done yet. So there you go. Yeah, memories. Where exactly are we here experience-wise? Need a new voice for the next route? Yeah, well, we're going to get a new voice for the next route, so there you go. And we'll get something here that we haven't seen so far. So, oh gosh, don't see your favorite. Some good ones left. Cat just walked on your keyboard, closed the stream, and tried to enable dictation. Oh, that sounds like cats. That sounds just like cats. So if you don't see your favorite yet, there is only one perspective on the memories list that we will not be getting. It's based on a princess we've already done, if that helps anybody figure it out. But we'll get all but one of these perspectives by the time this is all over with. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's keep going.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
for example, you could
it will
spoiler
be the
remove.
end of the world.
Redacted. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for telling me to take this seriously. I'll take it seriously this
time.
time.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I will probably still try to hear her out, but if she doesn't make it easy on me, I will commit.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
You should just redact it. The princess.
Princesses, not slay them.
We can't say these things because the FBI is watching us. Hi, FBI agent. There's a very neat path for the Spectre if you try the damsel trick on her.
Is
as far as you'll push
entirely
it.
bare.
Yeah, and I think because there's one path out of the Spectre so far that we haven't seen that I do want to show.
Only furniture of
I'm
note
saving it
is a
though
plain
because I think
wooden
it's a
table.
good
Perched on that table
a good one to do
is
on
a
the next
pristine
cycle
blade.
that we do. So this one, this cycle not so much. This cycle is all about making very bad decisions. But next cycle, less bad decisions. So
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
okay, so this time I do want to take the blade because we need it for what we're going to do this time. We're getting
You
a new
take the blade
perspective
from the
this time.
table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Are there any I haven't seen before? Let me go back to the memories tab again, just check. Which ones haven't I seen? Yes, the one that we're not getting on this playthrough I haven't seen. I've seen both versions of the Wild, so that's that one. I haven't seen, like I said, there's two versions of the gray. The one that we're seeing there when I don't have it highlighted is the drowned gray, and then there's the burned gray. I have not seen the burned gray before. I will say this though, we already got the gray on this playthrough. You can't get the burned gray and the drowned gray on the same playthrough. Once you get the gray once, you can't make the decision to do that. So like if I had attempted to get to the burned gray from the damsel just now, it wouldn't have worked. The shifting mound would have prevented me from doing that. So, but I think I've seen every other one. I think the only ones I've seen, like I said, is the one that we're not getting, the burned gray. Haven't seen the Spectre Wraith. I think that's about it, actually. Oh, and I haven't seen the refusals at all either. So like if you turn around and leave from chapter 2 onward, you get a different ending rather than just the stranger. I haven't seen any of those either. So yeah, so those are the ones I haven't seen. All right, blade in hand, let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Are you perhaps being a bit cagey about the princess you won't be doing? No, I'd like to think that I'm keeping my message with I'm saying my message with a lot of clarity, actually. If that helps.
Carries up the stairs.
So, voice the tactician. Taking the knife is a wise decision. You don't have to use it, but it's better to have a choice. There you go.
Who's there?
It's me!
She sounds dangerous.
Again.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright, down we go.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
For now, until, I decide to
Walk
talk
down
with
the
the
stairs
3/4
and
angle
lock eyes
princess.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Actually, I was hoping we could talk for a minute.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Well, I can always pick it up later.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do.
I'm trying to
after we
remember if
talk
there's
to her.
any dialogue
Maybe she
options with
really
this
is a
princess we
monster.
haven't seen
Killing
yet.
someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Even if there aren't, though, I'm basically fishing for her to say something that makes me not trust her. So, let's just drop it for a sec.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
You could skip the trembling part. Just saying, don't give her an inch because you know she's a creature of perception. So why are you giving her the trembling part?
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Voice of the tactician. Reconnaissance. Dropping the blade is acceptable for now. Like I said, we can always pick it up later.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
She looks pretty bored, but not quite as bored as she would have been if I had done the prisoner route where I checked the binding next to her.
We'll be fine.
I haven't done that one myself, but I have seen that one because I was like, oh, there's got to be something interesting happening with this one. It's like the most boring ending in the whole game. I was like, oh, that's a shame. I almost thought about doing that one for one of them, but then I was like, nah, it's just too... There's too much waiting around in that one, and not really anything happens.
Don't
so.
know what you're hoping to accomplish.
That's just
here,
me,
but
though.
I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
She can answer me these questions 3, and then I will decide if I want to slay her or not.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You can say that again, sister. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I'll say it, I'll just say it because it'll be one of my questions 3, quote unquote.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Well, actually, you wouldn't be asking the question if I had told you that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it matters if we... No, I think it actually does matter if we tell her she's supposed to end the world. So let's just keep that card to close to our chest real quick.
And yet, you hesitated the moment you saw me. And you dropped your knife. If killing me was really that important, you'd have a little more gumption, don't you think?
You know,
So,
she makes a
someone
point.
put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably the same someone who shoved me into this dark pit and chained me to a wall.
Probably right.
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement, and if she's so dangerous, how did they manage to trap her? And why have we been left to do their dirty work? Don't give away the game, and don't let her distract you. That's exactly what she wants.
But she makes a good point. I would have had a little
I'm
more
right,
gumption, right?
Aren't I? So who put you up to this?
I love how I said she was going to answer me these questions 3, and now she's interrogating me. So... we've already talked about that one. I think we've had enough. I think we've already been asked 3 questions by her, so I think we've done enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I have.
You know why you're here.
I do. You got it in my head that I should have had a little more gumption. So let's try this again.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Damn it!
A moment of
Ow.
distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
You know, thinking about it, maybe I should have been a little more sneaky about trying to stab her. I thought that... I mean, I dropped the blade pretty far away, so I figured that was enough of a gambit to just sort of like lunge across the room at her, but apparently not. What's the tactician? Mission briefing. Kill her, she-bat. Maybe we could have thought this through better. Maybe.
Feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer.
Ow!
You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Oh, sorry, I said that wrong. Hang on. Ow! What the hell?
Holy shit, that hurts!
Whoa, hang on. Oh,
This is
Jesus.
The shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Well, that just means now it's a fair fight, right?
Your
Come on,
blade
then.
Slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Well, we're trying.
We can still turn this around.
Maybe we just have to make a decisive blow. Let's finish this.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
How's this for gumption, my dear?
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little dizzy, so maybe we should finish this before we think too hard about it.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Again, I feel like we'd do better if we just get this over with before that all happens.
The two of
Okay.
you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
You got me, but I got you too. Eye for an eye.
Oh,
O is right.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Okay, well, I'm dying now, but at least we'll go together.
this was fun.
You thought this was fun?
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
What the hell are you into?
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, my dear, I think it's only the beginning for the two of us.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, new chapter, new princess. Chapter 2, the adversary.
You're on a path
Voice
in
of
the
tactician.
woods.
Princess so taught some
And at the end of
self-defense.
that
This isn't
path
right. Who?
is a
What
cabin.
is she? She's just a
And in the
princess.
basement of that
You're
cabin
overthinking it,
Is a
tactician.
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I did slay her. The world still ended, actually. This is a fair question.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
You took that in stride awfully well, considering how explicit, like very specific my inquiry was. You took that in stride very well. Are you sure you haven't been here before?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
You think we can win after all that?
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
She hit me basically with a sledgehammer. What if she has an actual sledgehammer this time? Anyway, up we go.
Warning, before you go any further.
Yeah, stubborn time. There we go. Second chance. Time to regroup.
She
Guess
will
so.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Even if it costs her life, like it did last time. But wait, that means she can't die this time, right? Because it cost her life last time. I guess at my hands, but...
Lying and cheating doesn't sound
We'll see.
like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Have you ever seen someone throw a feint, Stubborn? Because that's a lie and, in some cases, a cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
Have you ever seen a boxer kick someone outside of a kickboxing match? Because that's also a cheat in the middle
The
of a
point of
fight.
my warning wasn't
There
to
are no
start
rules
an
in our fight,
argument
though, so I
over
get where
what
he's coming from.
circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable
That's a good attitude,
advice.
soldier. Time to march forth again. Oh, there you go.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
We're clear, but I have trusted her in the past, so I can't not trust her ever.
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Alright, here we go. I have a shard of glass in my soul that really wants a fight.
The cabin is tighter than
Oh.
its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I was going to say, other than the mirror and the black iron altar, this place looks like the Flintstones house.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Anyway, same thing as we always do. Let the mirror know we
Walk
care.
up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
If nothing else, I get to see how smooth the stone is.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward.
Pretty smooth.
rub your
Someone
hand
grinded
against
this
the
down a
cabin
little bit.
wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Wonder what those planks on the floor are for. Yeah, it's a good question, honestly. Like, I wonder if
was
they're
a
just
mirror
there
a
because
second
someone was
ago.
going to use them for something and we just walked in before they could do anything with them, or what the point of them are. They're probably just window dressing, or floor dressing in this case, but you know. Time to win this arms race. There you
Now
go.
it's gone, so all of us can
Only
stop
one way to
arguing
win this
about
arms
it.
race.
Get to fighting.
And by only one way to win this arms race, I mean the last time we took a blade in and then she made it a fair fight by surprising me. So let's make it a fairer fight by not taking the blade and just fisticuffsing her.
No blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
Exactly. So we don't need the knife. It'll be fine.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Time to test if my fists really are lethal weapons. Clean appearance,
The door
garners
to the
respect from
basement
allies and
creaks
foes alike.
Revealing a rough
That would
stone
be
staircase,
nice if I could
its
actually
walls
see my
pressing
appearance
at your
was clean,
sides
but
and
you know.
tightening as you descend.
Man,
The air
feels even more like a
seeping from
cave in
below is
here.
heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it.
Or a volcano.
Princess lives
A
here,
volcano
slaying
cave?
her would probably be doing her a favor.
Something like that.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is
Time
that
for a fight,
another
fight, fight!
challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Uh-huh.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
It was more controlling last time. This time she's just, like, hot under the collar.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Please put it back in your pants, man.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
Your
You need to stay
berserker
focused
rage
and
is
keep your
showing,
wits
voice
about
the
you.
stubborn.
Remember, you're here to slay the princess.
Hold on, the blade
not
is
to have a
amorphic.
good
Hmm.
fight.
No time for doubt now. Yeah, it would be a more effective implement for this, for sure. But again, let's make it a fair fight.
As you descend the
Okay,
final step,
well.
the form of the princess comes into view.
She's
A
been
large
training
shackle
since last time.
leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Either that or she went through a growth spurt.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
You're probably not wrong about that.
Oh, it's you again.
Hi.
I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Oh, we're just going to acknowledge that right away, huh? Okay, fair enough.
But no little knife this time, huh?
No, ma'am. Wouldn't be fair.
I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
I'm sure you are. Yeah, so, Mr. Narrator, you did catch that, right?
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you.
Well, that'll be a first. Demon Heart Hero points out how robotic the princess's decision to fight is. Chapter 3, the generative adversarial network. Oh boy, muscle mommy voices him. She could crush us. I get the impression that the adversary is like one of the princesses that the community has the most fondness for. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. She's taller, I guess. She's muscular. I don't know. It's not that I don't see where the lust could come from. I definitely see it, but you're talking to the wrong person. I don't know if Marie's still lurking around here, but for those of you that are relatively new to the chat, I don't really get all bothered by things that are just pencil drawings, you know what I mean, or PNGs, pixels, basically. It sticks more for me if it's flesh, you know.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
That's because you weren't here last time.
Are you okay?
No, he's having an existential crisis in front of the community's favorite princess.
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
That's fair. You didn't have that luxury. We do. Anyway. You look different. Is that middle horn part of her tiara or her hair or what? Or does she have 3 horns? I mean, we could try to get a closer look. I think if we tell her we actually are just here to chat, we can get a closer look at her. Because I think if I remember right, there's a couple of, like, camera angles that you can get where you step closer to her. So let's think about that in a second. Maybe we can check. Nah, the other princess is the one best girl. The chibi version of her on the memory screen is pretty cute. Honestly, one of the best portrayals of rivalry romance out there. She's great. I do like the writing in this one, honestly. Like, I do enjoy the adversary in terms of the writing of her. So, like, I like that aspect of it for sure. So, you got a little taller. How did you manage that one?
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
Thanks for not acknowledging that part, I guess. So, that means that, I mean, you said death doesn't stick for either of us, but you do remember then.
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
Oh my god.
So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Why would you have to word it like that?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that? We're not scared.
I'm not concerned about the scared part. I'm ready for the fight that she wants, but I need more information. This is the first time we've seen this princess.
This situation is already more than clear.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Community's favorite princess, this thing. Am I a joke to you? One way or the other. Yeah, and that's a fair point, actually, 8th opening. When I say community's favorite, I should say one of the community's favorites, because I'm sure everybody has a favorite, but you're probably right. That one is probably liked more than the adversary, so now that I think about it. Because I have gotten that one, and yeah, I could definitely see it. One way or another. Horns look like tiara, not tiara looks like horns. Okay, yeah, and fair enough. There we go. Because it does. It has like a sort of jagged crown type of a dealie going on there.
I agree. If we're gonna fight her, we need a weapon.
We are the weapon. Haven't you heard the stubborn talking about this stuff here? Yeah, and you know, this is actually a fair point, honestly. I mean, before we get into the fisticuffs part.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
You make the fact that death is not a consequence sound so simple.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Is that what you want, though?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I get that part of me wants that too, I guess, but like... Let me just take a look here. Alright, so we can go get the blade. We could just attack her unarmed, which is what we could do in a second, but... Again, let's, I want to see, because if I remember correctly, like I said, if you just tell her you're here to chat, you can get a closer camera angle, so let me just check, because I'm pretty sure you can initiate the fight whenever, so let's just check.
Haven't we talked enough? Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just stalling because you're scared I'm going to kill you again?
Actually, I'm fishing for more gallery pictures there, my dear. Okay, I don't know that, we could have done that. So let's goad her and then attack. How about that? So let's just do this one and then the attack. How about that? Definitely before the pristine cut. Not sure about afterwards. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Never mind. Hit enter to. Oh, we should have taken the blade. We struggled against her before, even with better. Yeah. Even when we were armed better, we struggled a little. But that's okay. We can struggle a little more this time, even if it ends up this. Well, it can't really end up the same way, right? We can't kill each other, so. Well, I guess if I'm going down swinging.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Okay, let's do this.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes.
You're right. I don't know how this is going to go since she's like 8 feet tall now and has muscles the size of my everything, but here we go.
Empty, you charge the princess.
Let's do this.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
It's not going to make me feel... Okay, and actually, no, this camera angle gives you a better impression. The tiara is kind of like her horns and her head grew into a tiara-looking thing. There's no tiara left. It's just her horns growing. So it is 3 horns, or several more, actually, because there's a few that are smaller underneath each of them. So there you go.
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her.
Let's all be on the same page here. If we all want to finish this fight, then we got to be on the same page.
No, look, I'm rooting for you. I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
Yeah, but just because we don't have a weapon doesn't mean we can't hold our own. Watch this.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
All right, that's a little bit more of a painting picture that you've got there. I don't know if I like where this is going.
Not
Ow.
bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Well, good. You're not bad yourself.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
I don't know if that's respect. It might be pity.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Keep a cool head. Learn her patterns. That's it. We just got to attack around those patterns, and if we die, we could just respawn and do it again. That's Princess for you. All natural tiara. Voice of the technician. I think this princess is broken. All she wants to do is fight us. Why are all the princesses we're finding on this cycle broken?
But without
Ow.
that knife, you'll never be enough.
Try me then.
Her knee connects with
Oh.
her sternum with a loud, violent crack.
You didn't have to
Wind
try
hits your
that
eyes
hard.
As you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
Oh, that's not good.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die. Are you serious?
That's it.
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Man.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're
Not dead anymore.
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive. The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
Guess the dog doesn't like the fact that I've gotten back up from death, huh?
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
Oh, I turned auto on, my bad. Oh, okay, here's the option right here.
You don't. I don't even know how you're talking to me.
You raise your hands and touch the front of your head. She's not wrong.
Nice! I have been unmasked. Defaced. Great. Hue claw mark on her cheek was detected. Confidence will only bolster our effectiveness. If we can't die, we'll keep trying.
What? What did she do? What are we missing?
Who cares if we're missing our face? We can fight just fine without one.
The two of you clash once more.
You don't talk, not with sound, never have. What's the deal? Yeah, they're just speech bubbles that pop up above my head, right? Everything that she's been seeing, I haven't actually been talking. It's just a speech bubble that she has to read. That's why sometimes it takes her a little bit to actually figure it out. Man, that fight you guys had sure was something, judging by the walls. Okay, now we're the broken one. Let me check the source code. Love your sound effects. I've been saving that one. I knew this path was coming at some point. I was like, no, I gotta bust that one out a little bit.
It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits. Every movement burns.
Yeah, that might have something to do with the fact that...
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
Oh yeah, she didn't just hear me because I don't have a face.
She lands another devastating... no. Lethal blow. Everything goes dark.
We can still face the princess without one.
And you die. Again.
You know what I'm going to say.
We're not dead.
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
Actually, I don't have to talk like that because I'm in my own head right now. That's a fair question.
There's only one way to find out.
And I don't think I want to know the answer to that question. Quite honestly, I would rather have my face in order for this to work, because she punched a hole through my head. This is not working, and I need to go. So let's just pack it up, boys. We'll get her next time.
You can't just decide to die like that, not when we're so close.
I mean, I can. I'm the one in charge here, and I want my face back, so goodbye.
You, annoying man who tells us to do things. You're not just going to let this happen, are you? We can't slay the princess if we're dead.
It's true, but we could come back for a chapter 3. This is a war of attrition. She can't win if we don't lose. Yes, but I've chosen to lose.
What do you want me to do? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you decided to die. If you have a problem with it, take it up with the one making the decisions.
Trust me, boys, I have a plan.
It's over. But maybe you'll have better luck next time.
But the plan involves me having a full face, so, yeah. Chapter 3, The Fury. You were correct, 8th opening. How did you know?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
All right, change of plans. We're taking.
Why is everything Super Meat
We're
Boy?
not hiding upstairs.
Oh, okay. I guess we could do that. Yeah. Fine. Tactical retreat. This isn't over, though. No, it's not over. We'll make it over this time. Hey, Pad. How you doing? Welcome back. You're back, but late. That's okay. You're just in time for Meat Princess. Oh, this route gives me Azura.
Who cares about the blade? If
There's
we
just a
had
lot of
chance
viscera on
against
this
her, we
route, and it
already
just-
missed it,
Yeah.
didn't we? She got
Clairvoyance.
stronger,
There it is.
and we stayed the same.
I mean, that's because I decided to get my face back, so to be fair, at least I'll have my face for longer than 10 seconds this time.
We've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out
Oh,
mortal,
no.
which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win.
Excuse me.
We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death again and again and again.
I mean, the voice of the stubborn and the voice of the simp that was in chat might like that.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yes, clearly.
Yeah, you think?
Otherwise, there wouldn't be meat everywhere.
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Well, it does look a little different.
This is all different, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
All right, boys. Guess this time we got to beat her. Let's see. I don't think we've explored that option. This is correct. I guess we could do both since we're not going to get this route again ever. So I think it's worth doing both of these. So, live your Frigatito pick. There you go. Voice tactician. I see them. These poor men. The guts, the blood. It's everywhere. Time for a meet and cute with the princess. Oh boy. When can we give her the look? Just to be funny. I don't remember when the look shows up, but if I do the route where the look shows up, for those of you that have played before and know where the look shows up, let me know, because I don't remember where it is. Well, I don't know how cute this'll be. Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, yeah, if we want to beat her, we got to be all together on this, so just make sure we're all on the same page, please.
It feels like you're being pulled in 100 different directions because we've been beaten to death twice.
I mean, you're right, but we did take her out with us the first
I
time.
don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Oh, it's the razor? Okay, just know it exists. Slicey, slice, you've never seen it. Well, when we do the razor, I guess it's not really a shock that we're going to be doing the razor. I said we're going to do everything except for one of them, and the razor is not the one we won't be doing. We'll look for the look. So let's back up. Before we go to the cabin, let's back up about this point of no return that you talked about.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Right, but it's been the end twice before, and that hasn't stopped us.
Yeah, but is there something after the end?
She skewers you. Knives! Tactician, yes, the look. Our secret weapon.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there.
Isn't that... Is it a spoiler to say what I'm about to say? I don't know. Let's just keep going.
It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
That's the spirit.
That's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
We will attempt to make it fine. Anyway, we gotta go to the cabin because that's where everything will end, so let's go. Oh, it makes squelching noises when we walk! Oh, God.
It isn't long
Why?
before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
You say that with such cold precision.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I mean, what else is he gonna say?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
You've got a cold just from looking at that and hearing that.
That's fine by me. Let's get moving.
I believe it.
I'm itching for a rematch.
The food that's on the floor of this path in the woods is probably not very safe. It's probably full of toxins that could give you... Well, you wouldn't get a cold from toxins from spoiled meat. You'd get like listeria or
The interior of the cabin is a place that
Campylobacter.
feels long forgotten.
There was
pylori, is
once
that
an
it?
elegance to its construction. Carved marble columns.
You get a bunch
holding
of stuff that's not good
high-arched
for you.
roof,
It would feel like a
vaulted
cold, but
windows
also
letting
you'd be
in the
throwing
warm
up all the time, so
starlight.
more like a flu, I guess. Now, this looks like... What's that one boss? So now, it's funny because I mentioned Elden Ring when somebody made a Maidenless comment earlier. I have not actually played Elden Ring yet, but this looks like a place from Elden Ring. What's the guy that's the blood guy from Elden Ring? It looks like something out of his arena. I haven't played it. I've watched a friend play some of it. So, like, it looks kind of like that. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but it looks like the blood guy from Elden Ring. It looks like his place.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it.
You're not
A
expecting
viscous
that.
fluid seeps
The
from
hour's upon
cracks in
us.
the stone
Final
walls,
confrontation.
and it
Do you love this
congeals
princess
into
by design?
chaotic
I guess we
streaks
will
of
find out.
writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Thanks for that vivid image.
That's horrible.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
I guess it
The
doesn't.
only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal.
Ugh.
A pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this time the mirror is blocking the door, so regardless of whether we take the blade or not, we have to get through it, right?
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement.
Love this princess by design. Blood for the blood princess! Something like that. Yeah, simps for the simps trope.
Just tell us where the door is.
I'm sure there are simps
I'd
for
like to
all
get
of the
back to fighting,
princesses.
but
I
if
mean,
you want us to
everybody
kill her
has
so
the things that
bad,
they
I'm
like,
sure
you know,
feel the
whatever.
same.
I'm not here to
No
judge.
more messing around. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't
Like I
a
said, it's
mirror
hard for
because
me
I
to
would
judge.
know
I
if
don't
there was a
really
mirror. You're either seeing things
get all
or you're
hot and bothered
confused on the
by
definitions of
this.
door and mirror.
Especially
We'll
not
see.
this.
That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
I mean, she broke my face last time, but that doesn't mean that I carried a concussion between the last world and this
He
world.
thinks we've lost him, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Wraith Simps represent. Pine, you are getting a call. Oh boy. Well, if he thinks something in us is broken, he's about to think something else in us is broken because... Hold on. Do I... How do I do this one? Hold on. Question marks. That's what I'm saying. How do I do this one again? I think I just go. I think if I don't take the blade... Actually, I don't know if it matters if I take the blade or not for the ending that I want to get here. But I think if I remember correctly, I don't want to take the blade, so I'm not going to.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't
Yeah, I don't know
see
what
it.
Pad meant by that either there, Pine.
You really don't, do you?
Feel the battle's important. It can simply be removed. Yes, but let's hope that she's not the one removing it.
It really is, just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now? Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it.
We
Do
could just,
whatever you
like,
want with it. The mirror isn't
try to
real.
put our hand
How
on
you
it
handle it
like
doesn't
a normal
matter,
person
aside
rather
from
than giving
wasting
ourselves 7 years of
dangerous
bad luck
amounts of
before the
time.
most difficult fight of our lives. Let's just
You reach
push it
forward
out of
and
the way.
drag your hand
There we go.
across the door leading to the basement.
If it does change things, it's not obvious. Okay, gotcha. Well, then I guess I feel better about that. I mean, there's always autosaves that I can go back to if if there's a problem, but no big deal. Yeah, autosaves are a thing, by the way. I don't think we've shown that yet, but there's an autosave tab. Well, here goes a possible puke. Yeah, I guess it depends on how this all goes. Yeah, that's a spine on that door.
As if on command, it slowly slides
Well, at
open,
least it didn't like
scraping
make a
against the
noise,
stone
like a
floor,
squelching
its
noise or
ancient
something when it
hinges
got out of my
moaning
way.
as it reveals the dim path ahead.
All right.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, it's what happened every time we've seen the mirror, so
You step forward into the darkness.
here we go.
The stairs leading
Oh,
down
good,
to
more
the
meat.
basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
I'd probably be retching more at this, but then again, I've literally already been inside of the princess's stomach in Beast chapter, so maybe this doesn't bug me quite as much.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You can say that again.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Oh boy.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become?
Actually, I'm just here to show you my face regenerated.
Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head?
What are you even talking about?
Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
My actions? You put a hole in my head. What are you even saying?
It cuts both ways. We both hurt each other.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, this can get to an insane amount of unborn baby jokes. Oh dear God. So we're expected. That's not surprising. Jeez. Don't know, this place seems grosser to you than inside the princess, but that's just you. I mean, yeah, it's more like... The inside of the princess, it was just kind of... It wasn't bleeding out into the rest of the world, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh, this is a stomach. This is a stomach and a staircase. And it all looks wrong.
You make your way to the bottom
Have
of the
we
stairs.
lost the arms race? Probably. Gotta come up with more
The
accents
chamber's
for the...
walls
Oh
are
my
painted
God.
in blood, a deep, sickening red.
You got
that
even
drips
taller
down
after
clotted
punching a
streams
hole in
of
my
the
head
charred
last time?
corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
I was talking about Elden Ring a minute ago, but I take it back. You now look like a boss from Bloodborne.
The princess stands in its center, muscles
Oh,
flayed
that's
and
cool.
bare
I
and
like the
naked,
design on this
draped
one.
in
I
the
think it's
tattered
really
dress of
neat
her own
looking.
skin. Her
It's
heart
definitely not
beats
what
from
you'd
its
expect.
place in her open chest.
Well, that's a little gross, but hey.
She's been hollowed out. Just like us.
I mean, I guess.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Are you going to beat me to death, my dear? Because we literally already tried that.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward.
She has
Her
a
chains
skin dress.
pull
Yeah, that's
fast
that's
as
her
she
skin.
strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Do you need me to get that? I could go back and get the blade if you need me to...
And then, with a nauseating
okay.
sound, the skin tears.
Okay.
It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Thanks, I hate it.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
No shit, Sherlock.
She's only trying to connect with us. Wouldn't you want to dig for a spark once you lost it? To try to reignite something, even if it hurts?
I don't think this is the right way to do that, actually.
We don't even have a weapon.
We don't, but look at her. Do you think it would matter?
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Monochromium Live will remember that. Okay, well, before we kick the shit out of each other, how did you get like this?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together again. And I'll have the resolution you denied me.
You're still blaming me for you putting a hole in my face, though. I don't really much like that. I feel like you're misplacing the responsibility of this situation.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
Alright, all it's gonna take is one good punch. We just have to hit her in the heart. As much as I don't like the idea of heart punching somebody, that's all it's gonna take here, so it's exposed after all. Yeah, time to have a heart-to-heart. She is over 20 meters tall. We are screwed. You have seconds. Do something. Skin dress is a nice touch, though. Yeah, it's nice because, like, it's she's using something she has as the dress, you know what I mean? And it really matches the aesthetic of this character. This character is supposed to be gross and disgusting and, like, vomit-inducing, and I really think that it adds to that, you know? So.
With a horrifying
Okay.
squelch, you are unwound.
Well, I won't get a chance to do the heart punch now. Why are my insides outside? They're supposed to be inside.
No, that's our stuff.
She can't just do that.
How did you do that without even touching me?
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
Great.
This is the only way it could have gone, really.
I guess.
Oh, you are just insufferable, aren't you? Come on, we're better than this.
I mean,
So, are we dead?
if we're not, we're about to be.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
What do you mean? Attempt to die. Something tells me none of these are going to make any waking difference, are they? What exactly do you... I'm going to regret asking this. What exactly do you want me to see in you?
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth.
Never mind.
Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place.
She unzipped me from bottom to top. So basically everything she just heard was...
Our metaphorical mouth.
Yeah, I seem to not have a face anymore, again, but this time she literally unzipped it in half. Kick her in the heart. Yeah, there we go. But is her dress blue and black or white and gold? Oh, God. This again. Thought women usually do not have hearts. Oh. Princess sure got bent out of shape by a little bit of murder. Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, we murdered each other, and then she murdered me. There seems to be... You'd think I'd be the one indignant here. I got murdered more than she did.
Oh, I didn't leave you a mouth, did I? It's better that way. Words get us nowhere. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking silence.
Thanks again for that vivid image.
Let's
Okay.
see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
I still don't get what you're getting at here.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see
What?
it, you
What?
feel it
What?
slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules.
Back up. What do you mean, infiltrates me? What are you...
The body of a
Is this
sacred
Plague
creature has,
Inc?
on average, 30 trillion cells.
Oh, God.
And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms.
I hope you like counting with the narrator, because here we go.
One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Oh, okay. Well, one cell. I mean, okay, that's not so bad.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? I think.
I feel like one of these times I'm going to try to gurgle and it's just going to sound like Crazy Dave from Plants vs. Zombies. Time to become atoms. Oh, good. We get to do chemistry. I didn't shave my head like Walter White. That's unfortunate. She's in control now. Are there any options left? It can't be checkmate already. You'd think. Let's hope, but... Field of battle has changed then. Yeah, it's about to be quantum field of battle.
Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
Oh, we're getting exponential, aren't we?
This is nothing. Nothing.
Well, I understand your perspective. It's like 7 atoms at this point. But wait till we keep going.
8, 16, 32, 64.
Counting with the count. Ah.
Whatever she does to us, we shouldn't hate her. She's been hurt so badly.
Once again, I have literally lost my face.
128. 256.
This battle is for our very being. Yeah, there we go. I think our very being is being unraveled right at the moment. She's still a 10 no matter how much we count.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
I despise you.
1024,
Please stop.
2048. 4096. 8192.
We're in for the long haul, aren't we?
I feel small. smaller than before.
Yeah, I feel like things are starting to not work very well in here.
16,384.
Uh-oh.
32,768. 65,536.
Hey, so team, can we check if she didn't hit anything vital? Because I feel kind of funny.
Can't just count us into oblivion.
Like, I don't think I'm supposed to feel like this.
131,000.
Oh, no.
262,144. 524,288.
Oh, yeah, now I'm really starting to feel it.
What happens when it
Oh,
gets
okay.
higher? Like, really higher?
We're gonna get there in a minute, but I don't think I wanna.
Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
See, you say that, but...
Something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
I don't like where this is going.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Please, just get it over with already.
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000.
Because quite frankly, at this point, I'm just more annoyed at the counting game than anything else.
I don't like this waiting.
You get to wait? I get to experience all of this.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
We'll check chat before we keep going. We have maybe 16 of this before we start leaking. Yeah, it might be leaking now just a little bit. We let it go to our head, and soon we won't have a head. Yeah, my head is liquefying by the minute. 262,144, 524,288, up to your favorite, hang on, hundreds, thousands, millions, 2,147,483,648. At this point, I believe we are turning into hydrogen, yes. But will we be hydrogen, a proton, or a hydride by the end of this? Only time will tell. She is mad at something she did to herself, yes, and I think she's taking it out on me. Well, we kind of kicked it all off by stabbing her. That's true. I'm not going to say I wasn't the instigator here. She might be taking it a little far. This is no longer couples therapy. Oh my god.
168,000. 33,536,000.
Wait.
67,072,000. Your eyes are useless.
Wait.
134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
But back up. Before all that happened, before my eyes stop working, you look funny. Are you sure you're okay?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Are you? Because it doesn't look like it.
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
I don't know. This is getting pretty bad.
Fighting the pain is just the same as wallowing in it. This doesn't have to be
First
something
date
where you
antics.
win.
42 is the answer. Let's just keep the 42 in mind.
Listen to it.
Listen to the pain, I guess. Maybe then we'll get out of this. Okay.
268 million.
Listen.
We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't.
Oh.
You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
If these are first date antics, I don't think I want to be on this date anymore. Damn, this Tinder date hitting different.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
What exactly constitutes alive if this is the agony we have to go through?
You
Okay.
are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you.
I'm a square.
round you.
I'm a
You
circle.
with too many legs.
I'm
You with many
turning
mouths
into
which
horrible
won't stop
monstrosities,
screaming.
aren't I?
Then all of it, pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist.
Is that one of the third umbilical cords that I need in order to beat the moon presence?
What does you even mean anymore? You just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
Like, I know all of you are having a terrible time here, but quite honestly, like, I'm making jokes and stuff because I'm just bored at how much counting she's making me do. They designed calculators for a reason, guys.
You means we
Although,
exist.
do calculators exist in
There has
this
to still be a
universe?
way
Probably
for us
not,
to
right?
win. Otherwise, this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
I mean, that's the point, Stubborn. The torture is... It's for her to understand something, but what she wants to understand is meaningless. It's nothing at all. It's her trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. This cycle that we've stuck ourselves in. So. One part about the sequence you're not sure about. Is she deconstructing you, or just you, or herself as well? It's both. Yeah, so her words were, let's play a game, we'll see what we're both made of. So she's deconstructing herself to a subatomic level the same way that I'm deconstructing to a subatomic level. She wants us to be just atoms so that we can see each other for what we really are deep down inside. It's just the most literal way you can interpret that situation. The death toll is in the billions, the highest of any battle in history. The pawns vanish from the board, the king cowers, and awaits the reaper. Checkmate. She's got us. We are stuck. Well, let's say check. Let's not say checkmate yet. We're at check. We still have some cards to play. So. It's fine, being a multicellular creature is overrated. If the narrative says one's in your pocket, then maybe. I've got a few cards up my sleeve for the time being. But hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing? She looks like a shell.
You're right about
She's
one
in there
thing.
somewhere.
It is torture. But
So
it
are we.
isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Because it's the only way she thinks we can see anything. But there's only one thing I'm seeing from this.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Oh, good, you sound normal again. So I'm glad that we both sound like we're not disintegrating at the seams.
Yes. The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Uh-huh.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Are you getting tired yet?
It's okay to let go.
I'm okay with holding on for a little longer.
I'm letting go.
Okay, so Hero's out of this one. Sorry, Hero. Good luck on the other side.
Yes. You are
Whoa,
stretched
okay.
into a line 12 feet long, then 24.
My
then
DNA!
48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile.
Oh, good. Now we're counting distance.
4. 8.
How long till we make it to the moon?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
It's starting to sound like you're not going to be able to keep this up.
Yes.
Stubborn, it's okay for you to let go too. Broken and I'll be fine. Whoa.
16. 32.
Yeah, hey, that's our liver. That's not supposed to be out in the open air. Snail princess? What cards? It's a miracle she hasn't erased off every being. Yeah, maybe I've still got cards. Okay, Stubborn's done.
64.
Good. 64 miles.
No. 128.
Man, that's half the distance of the vacation I'm planning on taking this summer.
I'm still here.
I'm still here too, Broken. You and me to the end. Whoa, okay.
You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself.
Wow.
You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that are far too weak for the task they've been given.
So Van der Waals forces is what you're saying. I know my dispersion forces. If we wound around the world again and again and again, how much cancer did she give us? Because, like, the DNA is not supposed to stretch that far, right?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Are you in there? Because you're starting, again, you keep sounding like you're thinner and thinner here. Like this torture is starting to take its toll on you.
I'm going to stick around. As long as you need me to.
I know you're probably saying that to her, Broken, but thanks. I appreciate the support. At least I'm not in here by myself. Ow!
Forces disappear. The bonds holding
Please
yourselves
just make
together
it
break.
stop. Voice
are
of noisy
33
screaming and
equal
crying.
pieces.
How long are we
All
now?
of
We've
them
stretched
separate.
around the world again and again and again, is what it said. I like her little face in all of my cells now. Did you think becoming cancer would break me?
Are Are you still there? Are you still you?
Getting tired?
You sit in these 30 trillion places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years.
God, I love that line, man. It's just so evocative with the language that they used.
And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
Really? This is it. All you could do was disassemble me down to the subatomic particles, and you couldn't even finish the job?
And then all at once there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place.
Good.
You are whole again, and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
You are a sick and a sad and a miserable creature. You know that, right?
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
I left you because you put a hole through my face.
She's just like us. A piece of her is missing.
Well, yeah, because the piece of her, she tried to fight the piece of her, and the piece of her died. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of good questions to be had here. But I think this is the one that I would want to ask after all of that, because the incredulousness that I would feel after having experienced all of that, this is all I'd be able to get out.
I don't know. I just wanted something back. Something that was missing. I don't really know what it is. I just know that it's still gone.
I mean, I have a feeling I know what it is, but you're not exactly doing a good job trying to get it back. Hang on, what else have we got here? I can say leave. I can say leave. So, is your rage gone now, or...
Different. I am, yes. We're doing all that for such a long time. I'm tired now.
How long are we now? Made it to the moon somewhere in there. There we go. I've made it to the moon. I'll never get there in real life, but I can say I got there in a video game, baby. Don't know. Feel like any nerves you had are long gone now. I'm sure this is fine. Pathetic. Poor princess. Let's leave with her. Where's the hug option? There is a leave with her option. I'm going to leave the ellipsis at the end of that one so that all of you know that there's more to that sentence. What have we done? Why did we even stop fighting like this? We're both just tired now. Tired and in pain. Enough. I agree. Enough is enough. Yeah, you know what? Let's offer the olive branch, shall we? Let's offer the olive branch for this one. We didn't have to do all of that, you know. I know we got off on the foot where all we did was fight each other, but we didn't have to do all that.
How? Violence and pain are all I've known.
Well, I understand that part, but there's more to it than that. You have to decide if you want to wallow in the violence and the pain or you want to move past it. I can't make that decision for you, princess. You have to choose.
Then here I stay.
Then here you stay.
You turn back towards the stairs, putting the princess
I'm so
forever out of
disappointed,
your mind.
man. Come on. You could have done something there. You had to choose for yourself. I gave you the option. And you chose to sit in all of this filth.
Alone.
Alone? Yes, alone. You chose this. I didn't make you do this.
Maybe going our separate ways is the only way things can ever get better. At least this can be over.
Let's just turn the page on this. I'm sick of this shit.
Over? You do know that this really doesn't solve anything, right?
It solves a lot, actually. It means that she's way, way beneath the effort that I've made.
Doesn't have to solve anything.
It just has to get her back to the hands in the long quiet.
But
Which,
this
hey,
isn't over.
it looks
She'll
like
find
it's
a way
about
out.
to.
If you don't turn around and finish this right now, she'll bring about the end of the entire...
Are you sure about that? I don't think she has any
He's
fight
got
left
to.
in her.
It's just you and me now.
Yeah, and her, but that's about to change. Well, we're done.
I feel so cold. Is it because you're gone?
Love the voice on that one. Oh man, that gives me goosebumps still. I love that, actually. That's awesome. I really like the Fury as a, like, path. I think it's disgusting. But I, like, almost every path out of that is really, really good. Like, there's multiple different ways out of that situation. The one that we just did, the reason why we were able to even survive through that was because we had the voice of the broken from choosing to die in the adversary. That's why we had to choose to die after my face was gone. If we didn't choose to die, we wouldn't have had the voice of the broken and things would have ended differently. There's other ways that can end too, and like all of them are unique and all of them are really cool. I don't like the aesthetic of it, but I love the way that everything's written. So, damn, what a tragic ending. Her Berserk timer ended. I don't think we have nerves anymore. We did eventually once we pulled ourselves back together. Neither of us can keep this up forever. Excuse me. I think we can't feel pain. We stand the 3 beating rounds, and there we go. Sounded more like Obi-Wan. When do we get the money? She'll be in her element. Playing the violent flesh like a ball pit. There we go. Yeah, I really like the ending to that one. It's tragic, obviously. It's very sad to have to turn your back on her and leave her. But we gave her the option to leave, and she chose not to. I can't do anything more about that. I can offer a hand, but if she wants to wallow in it, there's nothing I can do. Especially since it helps me get the ending that I want to get at the end of this whole cycle.
So the world's gone, and she's gone with it. There's only one thing left for you to do here. You need to look at yourself. Whatever you see, it's going to be okay.
I hope you're right, Broken, because for all the godforsaken things that just happened, I barely even know if I'm okay anymore. But I guess I gotta be. There's too many questions left that don't have an answer, and I'm not gonna get them if I keep wallowing in my self-doubt. I wouldn't be any better than her just now if I did that. Yeah, you don't say I've unraveled. This is another reason, by the way, why we did the Fury this time, because the wordplay here was just too good to pass up. Oh, unraveled indeed. Sometimes you change the subtitle language to Spanish to help you learn the language. You like the moment of clarity's name. El momento de lucidez. Yeah, you're lucid at that moment. Yep, there you go. Yeah, and Fury also connects from the tower as well, yeah. So we've seen the tower and it goes to the apotheosis, but if you actually manage to slay the tower, it connects to the Fury because she's basically like a fallen angel at that point, and you get similar stuff going on. I think if I remember right, the one where you keep respawning in the room with her and then eventually kill her in the Fury is the one that comes from the tower. I don't quite remember, but that one is really cool as well. Broken is actually the GOAT on this route. Redeemed. Oh my god, yeah. It's surprising, but like that was his whole thing, right? His whole thing was just being able to withstand that level of misery, and that's why we needed him for that. If we had kept going and kept fighting, we would have gotten Voice of the Contrarian, and we would not have lasted through that. So, another voice that can do that in the Fury besides the Broken. Is there? Okay. Yeah. Oh, you clever. You prefer Adversary Fury to Tower Fury? Yeah, so that's why we grabbed the Broken. I knew what I was doing. There are some complicated routes that I wanted to get here, though, so that was part of it. This is the complicated route for this cycle. The next one, by comparison, is pretty easy.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Are you sure we're going to get to know it at all? Because if you keep cradling the Fury's heart like that, she's going to catch a disease. You're not supposed to hold your heart in your hands like that. You're supposed to wear it on your sleeve, but not like that. I feel like we already asked this one. What about this one? Did we ask this one? No.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
It's funny how I've kind of stumbled into a lot of the ways that the hands can talk that make me think, why are you being like that? But then again, I am bringing her like all the most broken princesses ever. So, what are your thoughts on the Fury?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself.
Oh, how the tables have
There
turned.
is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Well, it's about damn time. Let's see. I think we talked about the narrator already. We talked about this stuff here. I think I'm going to ask this one, because I think it's worth asking, given all of the princesses that we've brought her this time. I don't remember if I asked her this yet, but I'm going to ask her anyway. No, I didn't.
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Well, you're right. So I'm curious about this one. I don't know that I'm curious enough to actually, like, do it. Because in the PC version, I know that this force closes the game. I wonder if in this version of the game, it just boots you back to the main menu if this happens. But, I don't really want to stay here, so I don't think that's what I'm going to pick. Okay, so it's been 2 hours and 13 minutes-ish. A little less because I started a little after that. Do we finish this today? Dem hands. Well, new route, new voice. Yeah, there we go. Bet an explosive killer's having a phone. Oh my god. Getting ready to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, she's got her hand on her heart, that's for sure. Her hair's so pretty. You're game. You're game to finish it today? I mean, I think I'm game to finish it. It'll be a little bit longer than the usual stream. It'll probably be closer to like, well, it'll definitely be 3 hours, that's for sure. We've only got one route left, but I don't think it'll be that long of a route. And the ending will be shorter because I'm not planning on asking any questions at the end, if you know what I mean. So by the time I get there, we won't need the questions. All right, let's do this.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Yeah, but it's up to you. Oh, you're streaming on YouTube now. Yeah. Hey, Zeno, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Nitro. Oh, Nitro. Okay, yeah. I knew Zeno looked familiar, but yeah, Nitro, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you again as well. Yeah, streaming here now. I just figured it's easier than exporting every single time, so. Yeah, but it's up to you. Because you're going to be the voice of autism. Oh, God. All right, we'll finish this cycle tonight. Because then it'll end up being 8 streams, because the third cycle that I'm planning on doing is definitely not going to be a 2-stream thing. This one, though, with the damsel having been shorter, makes it a little easier.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Ow. 7 years of bad luck. Renaming yourself to Polly to fit in. There you go.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path...
What is light without its shadow, after all, right?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
But yeah, no, 8th opening. You should just be yourself. That's I think that's the most important lesson we can get from all of this mess that we're in right now, is just be yourself. Because when you try to be somebody else, well, you get ripped apart atom by atom until you're 30 trillion cells that end up having to slurp back together and leave behind the princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so anyway, let's, we're gonna do this similarly to what we did previously. You know what, let's still be cordial, but we're gonna do this similar to one that we've done previously. I need the knife again.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Voice of autism, oh god, I am. Friend has a character, and this reminds you a lot of it. Yeah. Well, the drawings in this one I think are really interesting. There's a lot of different princesses across all the different routes. It depends on what choices you make in the game. You get a different princess depending on your choices. So, but yeah, that one was the Gore princess basically. She well, the best word I can give you to give you a vivid image in a single word is she unzipped me. And before you take that in a sexual way, I mean all the way up my body, like face and all. So there you go. All the voices have a tick, so they're all sort of that. Which flavor do you want? Oh boy. What do you mean unzip? Oh yeah, so like basically cut me in half, but not like all the way through. She just kind of snip, 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 snip all the way up. Like murder, yeah, except I didn't die. I had to watch as she kept snipping. So slay the princess. Guessing you kill them instead of saving, or you darkly incorrect? So you can save them, or you can kill them. It depends on what you want to do. You get different endings depending on what you do.
A warning before you go any further.
Now, unraveled is another good word for it.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
You have a point, but quite frankly...
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
After what just happened to me, I got a bone to pick with this princess.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Dark Eldar way of unzipping, something
and
like
the
that.
floor and
Undertale
walls are
vibes.
painted in a fine layer of dust.
Was the romantic?
The
All's
only
fair in
furniture
love and
of
war,
note
yes?
is a
Sorry, I
plain
kind of just
wooden table.
added the smitten to that
Perched
one.
on that table is a pristine blade.
Do the secret third option, please no blade. Oh, we need the blade for this one.
The blade.
It's
is
the
your
one that
infinite.
everybody wants to
You'll
see.
need it if you want to do this right.
It's the one with the look.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess
But
and
we'll
save
do
the
more
world
no
without
blade
it.
on the next run, not to worry. The next run won't be quite so violent. I hope. The look.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room
Knives out,
below.
boys.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. A hint
Yeah,
of
I didn't
rot
want to say that
filtering
was the
from
one we were
ancient
doing
wood.
because
If
I
the
wasn't sure
princess
if we were
really
going to be
lives
doing
here,
it today, but
slaying
since
her
we're
is probably doing her
literally
a favor.
rocketing towards it at 80 miles an hour right now, I might as well just say what we're about to do.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
But we need to commit. If we're going to get the Razor, we need to commit. Just not quite as hard as we did for the Spectre.
Who's there?
It's me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Well, quite frankly, that's about to
Don't let
change.
it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Down we go.
You're still listening to reason.
The look. We've all
You
used
walk
it.
down the
blood in a
stairs
moment.
and
British.
lock eyes with the princess.
Violence is the
There's a
only
heavy
way to get
chain
the
around
blood,
her
or one
wrist,
way to get the blood
binding
pumping.
her
I mean,
to
I
the
guess.
far
What?
wall
No,
of the
no, I
basement.
wouldn't stab you. I'm just a sweet, innocent princess strapped down here for no reason. Oh, soon enough.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Let's ignore what she looks like and just stab her.
Focus on the task at hand.
I agree.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what I'm here to do.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Seem to have a good concept and plan. Is there a full run idea that you're pushing for? So this is the last princess that we need, so I'm looking for a specific ending, and the ending involves a lot of violence, if that helps. There will be a third cycle run, though, where we'll be getting a different ending. We've already gotten the Leave Together ending, and then this ending, but there will be a third ending that we'll get, and that third cycle will be the last run of the game that I do. So,
Oh? No
but yeah, I have
talking
notes
then?
for how I want to do
Fine.
everything.
What
there's-
even makes you think you can kill me?
There's a thesis statement, basically, that I'm making with each of the cycles, and I tried to pick princesses that would fit the thesis of each run, if that makes any sense. So, Mr. Rendick, sorry, but we prefer to be on top. Manipulation. The Razor has a -3 in Deception. She did not roll a good Manipulation check. Oh. Would also like to do the other activities like look at a bird or touch a tree. Boy, those would be nice. It's literally your paranoid mind after seeing enough, let's see, things for one lifetime. The person doesn't look threatening, but probably is.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Well, see, that's where you're wrong, my dear.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Because if I just kill you, I won't have to risk finding out what you can do.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh
See?
easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't say.
this is it, isn't it?
Maybe you should have dodged.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's gonna have to be.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
She's trying to convince herself that. It's not making the blood stay in her body,
Yes,
as you can
even
see.
as she lays there dying, she entirely
Womp womp.
believes herself to be alive and well.
Nah, it's just a princess. Know most of the basics, but not the variations, so you keep watching for those, which this Fury was. So this is a variation you haven't seen. Well, that's good. I'm glad that I'm showing some unique perspectives for people, even for people who've played the game before, so that's good. To quote every line ever uttered by the Stabby Stab Princess, and you'll get a chance to very shortly. Nothing to worry about. You point exactly. Razor has a great personality, only a little psychosis. It's a knife. Speaking normally after being stabbed like that, yeah, she's something else. Rude of you passing judgment on strangers. Embarrassing first date, no? And it's on your heart. Bro, just say, wah, wah. Yes, I did. Like a Charlie Brown character. You are dead, yes. I think Nitro was referring to me saying wah, wah, out loud, so actually. Well, she stabbed her heart, not lungs or throat, so I guess talking is still on the table. Yeah, until she bleeds out.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago.
Oh, good.
That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
You're not gonna let this go, are you? Yeah, no, I mean, I agree that it was too easy. I feel like the more we think about it, the worse it's gonna get, though.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
After what I just went through, I don't think I want to check a pulse ever again for the
Really
rest of
don't
my
think
life.
You should do that.
But if it will give
Then
you
why
peace
shouldn't
of
you?
mind...
Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
So you say. Alright, fine. Let's check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
We definitely won't if you keep talking.
Yeah, let me concentrate. Hang on, I need to feel for this.
I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that?
You hear that? I can barely hear it from where I'm sitting, but...
You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
Oh, that's not good.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Shit.
Something
Ow!
sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
Where did you get that?
Quick, let's get out of here.
I don't know if we can.
It's too late.
Where
for
did
that
you
now.
get that?
You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
You conniving little snake!
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Yeah, I guess.
See you around.
I don't like the implications of that statement.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't
Double tap
matter.
won't hurt. You're right, it
At least
wouldn't
you
have
managed to
hurt.
Take her with you.
But we didn't double tap, we checked for a pulse. I spec'd into field medic instead of into shotgun, unfortunately. Not into corpses. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be either. Gotta play the game again to see what taking the knife does, you forget. I think if I remember right, trying to take the knife does something very similar to that, but I could be wrong, so... Oh no, she's alive, knew it. She just wants a friend to die with her. It's alive! It's alive! What a weird way to die. This princess needs an orthodontist.
Whatever that's
Yeah,
worth.
she's got some canines on her, that's for sure.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, so, knife didn't really work out very well for me. Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path.
This was always going to be this path,
And
by
at
the
the end
way.
of that
This was what I
path
was planning on
is a
doing. I
cabin.
was playing coy a
And in
little
the
bit,
basement of
but I
that
don't think I was
cabin
doing very well at playing
Is a
coy.
princess.
This was going to be the last route in this cycle, no matter what. Even before people suggested it, actually, this was going to be the last one. So.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I failed you, American Health Services. They wouldn't even have gotten there until after we started bleeding, unfortunately. But, oh boy. And so I imbibed this poison and joined thee in death! Voice of the Romeo or something. Okay, so, I don't think we asked the curious but I died, what am I doing here question yet.
I can
we
assure you
didn't.
that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Sorry, I was a little preoccupied with the fact that she stabbed me from nowhere. Excuse me. Gotta vanish again, be back later, our next stream promise. Sounds like a plan, Nitro. Good seeing you again. Take it easy on the way home. We'll see you soon.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Alright, whose voice are we gonna get this time?
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Okay, that's about right.
Stabbed to death?
I think
won't
we've
have to
gotten
worry
all the
about
voices
that.
now.
Princess
Is the
is
voice that
unarmed.
cheated the last one? I think he's the last one we haven't gotten yet. Because we didn't see him before.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
That may have something to do with the fact that we doubted she was dead.
Calm down.
Just a
I'll show you
thought.
She has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Okay. Anyway, let's just go.
A warning before you go any further.
Gee, let me guess.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
I mean, we could have turned around and left, but it really wouldn't have done much.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Yeah, and we know to be more careful with our knives.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Tried that slaying stuff. We really need to try a new position, you know? I like how saucy this voice of the romantic is getting. Just a little bit.
The interior
Okay,
of the cabin
what
is a
the
jagged
hell?
mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass.
I'm gonna
The only
get
furniture
a
of
splinter
note is
just
pointed
walking
table
around in
with
here.
a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You sure I can't just, like, put on some work gloves and rip up a board or something? Because I feel like that would just do the same thing. Alright, mirror time.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Jeez.
There
Better
isn't
than the
much to
flesh
see.
cabin. Yeah, you know, you got a fair point there, actually.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Alright, so, do I get a splinter? No.
Reach forward and rub your hand against
Surprisingly,
the cabin.
this part of
I
the
hope you
wood
know
is
how
not
ridiculous
splintering.
you look right now.
That's shocking. I didn't expect that.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
I just love how over everything he is. Oh, it's so funny. What's the romantic? That seems a bit uncomfortable. We might need some protection. Just remember you when you had a rabid raccoon in your house. Oh my god, a rabid raccoon in your house? That sounds awful. I hope it didn't bite anybody. That would be terrible. Ugh. All right, well, listen, if this place looks as gross as this, I don't even think we need a knife. I'm pretty sure we could probably just stab her with one of the loose boards or something. So let's just not give ourselves more chances of cutting into ourselves. Let's just go.
Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
It's okay, I know knife reversal. I've taken karate.
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
Well, I'm figuring some reverse psychology can go on here, right? Last time we had a blade, and then she had a blade. This time, if I have no blade, maybe she'll have no blade, and then we can figure this out. Oh god, that door looks like it would stab me just by being there.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing
Fun
what
thing, you
must
didn't get
once
the
have been
rabies
stairs.
vaccine? If you
The
live like
fractured
this?
slats look as
Kinda.
if they've been torn from their source
Didn't get
and
the rabies
violently
vaccine?
jammed into the wall.
Okay, well, again, I hope it didn't bite anybody, because that would be pretty bad if you didn't have a vaccine for that.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood.
Oh, great.
And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below.
Well, there goes my
If the
plan.
princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I mean, I'll barely be able to get down this step without stabbing myself with the 1 million toothpicks this place is made of.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
Got a point.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
I don't know. That sounded like pretty heavy scraping.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
Please stop with all the cutting puns.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, this is like, it's not even, she's not even trying, is she?
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Plot twist. Robo Princess. We just get down there and she's just a robot instead of whatever we're about to get into. Some people like a lady with a blade. Let's see if we're that somebody here. We're gonna have to be, right? Because all of you have been saying give her the look, so I guess we're gonna have to give her the look. Poor side of the globe is messed up. Hope MC has his tetanus shot with what's coming up. Sounds so cut off. I got my tetanus shot. I
As you
did.
descend the
Actually,
final
I had
step,
to get,
the
because
form
I
of the
start my
princess comes into view,
hospital
her
rotations
sharp
next
eyes
semester.
following you from across the room.
So I had to get all of my, like, any shots that I did not get recently, I had to get updated on them. So like my Tdap and everything else like that. So I had to get all that stuff updated so that I'd be ready to go when I go to the hospital, because it's part of my internship. I have to do this stuff in order to be a dietitian, a registered dietitian later. So part of it is doing dietetics work in a hospital. And in order to work in a hospital, even as an intern, you have to be up to date on your vaccines. So
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
I mean, you're right about me not being safe.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
I mean, you're right. Imagine a Steven Universe-like fusion with the damsel and the razor. Oh, dear God. I can maybe watch the VOD. Have a nice day. All right, Pine. Have a good day. Take it easy, or a good night. And then, yeah, check out the VOD at the end of this. Your Psycho Princess. Hello, Cole. How you doing? Welcome back. We've taken the route, so now if anybody wanted to see it, we'll see it today. Kind of like it when you fight her in Chapter 3. It gives a unique scene if you're not holding a blade, and one most of you probably haven't seen. We can play a hard, rough game, too. Oh, really? Never seen that. Some nice monochromium lore. Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, take it easy, Pine. Have a good one. We'll see ya. Yeah, I'm a little busy in real life, but not quite so busy now that the finals are almost done.
Exactly.
I will be
She
starting
sounds
next
threatening
semester.
because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
For reference, the latest I can get up next semester is 7 a.m. If that paints a perspective for you.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
I'm starting to doubt what I'm even doing here. So, do you remember what happened the last time? Are we all on the same page here?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Of course you would.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Uh-huh.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Oh, we've been here before.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I mean, obviously.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
She remembers. She's just not really giving away the ghost here.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
This is just me playing into the lie part about this. I could say that one. I mean, I feel like that would kind of solve several of the questions at once. You know, let's say this one. Why not?
That doesn't sound like me.
Are you sure?
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
That's not in doubt at this point. That's a
It
guarantee.
certainly feels threatening.
We're here to get into the action with her, one way or the
Just
other.
because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
I mean, we could just ask her, but we know
Has the
she's going to
capacity
lie
quickly
about it, so
arm
then we'll
himself.
confirm
you
it.
do. So stop second guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I don't know. There's just more to unravel here. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know in this particular case. So I feel like let's just keep prodding, because the more we prod, the less of a chance. I mean, she's not stabbing me, so at the very least I'm stalling for time. But we can figure out how she stabbed me last time. She seemed to have a blade from nowhere. Maybe she'll drop the act if I keep doing this for long enough.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
What do you mean again?
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
We're like children on the schoolyard right now.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now?
Do you hear how deranged
Stop
she
dawdling.
sounds
This is only
right
going
now?
to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Yeah, tee. The safe word is pristine. Oh dear God. But my safe word is upstairs. Look, let's just throw all the pretenses out the window here. I know what happened last time. Let's not kill each other again, please. Can we just like get past that?
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
You know, we still don't have a solid answer to that question. Well, we do, but not in this cycle. Can we just like drop the pretenses here? I know you have a knife.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
You know where you'd keep a knife.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
You know, I felt the same way about the last princess we didn't save.
Okay,
Or,
I could
well,
have sworn
saved.
we didn't mention stabbing
Technically.
anyone to death.
I mean, not really. She's the only one that's mentioned the stabbing so far. Might be too heavy on that last one, to be honest. She's such a simp. To be fair, she seems quite honest on every other route. I mean, yeah.
Sounds
On
like
every
she's
other
really
route.
out of blood.
Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
I mean, she has two arms. They're just behind her back. So, can you just, like... Hang on. The look isn't in this one, right? Let me just look down here. No, the look isn't in this one, I don't think. Let's see. No. I think the look is in the next one, actually. All right, so... Can you just, like... Show me your hands, please?
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
Uh-huh.
The princess
Okay,
smiles as she
thank
pulls
you.
her hands from
At
behind
least
her
we
back.
got that part.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Hmm.
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeve.
-3 charisma. I bet she has 2 stabby stabs instead of 1 now. Probably. It's okay, we don't have to do the stabbing right now. Besides, there are loads of other options to do, too, like scrapbooking. Well, that's not where I thought that sentence was going. Internet died, but you came back just in time. Glad you are back. Hope the internet stays connected for you. Never mind, she doesn't even have a knife. I've been ripped off. Where's the razor? I was promised a razor. Oh, right, I left it upstairs. Damn it. Uh-huh. Yeah, this... Please don't make me say this.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret.
You could, for all I know, you could have a sheath that the knife is in behind your back, and that's why you keep putting your arms where they're at. You're hiding the sheath.
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Why did you go there with this?
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I didn't want anything to do with your secret zones.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
That's not even what I was looking at.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
It's the only time she's dropped the facade.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Yeah. I mean, we both killed each other. I don't know if this bygones be bygones thing is even what I'm into at this point for this particular cycle, this particular reset. So now, I think this is a fair question. I didn't even bring the knife this time. I figured, okay, fine. We shouldn't have the knife because we got off on the wrong foot. Let's not even bring the weapon with us. It'll make things a little easier. I don't know if we can smooth things over, but I'd like to try.
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Sure you have.
Has she? Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious.
We can change that.
That's what really counts.
Never mind, it doesn't even have a knife. The razor is probably just a reference to the cabin. It's all jagged edges on the wood. You're probably right. I mean, the place looked very sharp. Princess calling you out on your intrusive thoughts. Princess says the no-no square is not meant for DeviantArt. Do you hear that, DeviantArt? Stop it. Stop it right now. Voice of the intrusive thoughts. I'm wondering why the hair hasn't come up as a hiding spot. And you know, that's a fair point too. She does have a lot of hair. She could have something tied in there. Doesn't have to be a knife. It'd be kind of hard for a knife to stay up there, but she could have a needle.
This shouldn't
A very
even
big
be a
one.
question. She absolutely has not been nice to you.
She's trying. She's really trying, but... Now, I know we've already said you don't have a knife. I have claws on my fingers. How do I know that you didn't grow your nails out for this?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
Uh-huh.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm really having a hard time believing that.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
Enough for me to get a head start running back up the stairs to try to lock her in here.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Fair point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
I mean, I don't know. Do you feel pain when she stabs us?
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk.
I'm sure. Then let me handle this. This is a delicate situation.
And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would
Hey,
go a
yeah.
long way.
Nah, it'd be easy to keep a blade in that hair. I have long hair. You'd know. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've never had long hair in my life, so I don't know how easy it is to keep stuff, like, hanging up there. Red flags. What's that supposed to mean? Just be careful of not stabbing yourself in the back or the neck with your hair knife. Yeah, that would not be good.
No. I have my dignity. Fine.
and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
With contempt. We've talked plenty here, but, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know what you expect me to do here. I don't have the key to your shackle.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
Are we sick of this yet?
I think I've said my piece at this point.
I think you have. I think I'm still not done asking questions because it's keeping me alive,
I think
but
we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
that's where I'm at this point. So, yeah, can we just let bygones be bygones, please? We've gotten off on the wrong foot. This whole thing is a mess. Let's just, like, figure this out before we do anything drastic.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach.
I think I'd like to stay over here, actually.
Okay, I'm bored now.
Okay, well, there we go.
She's bored?
Yeah, we exhausted her patience, it seems. She had a lot of patience, to be fair. She let me ask, like, 8 questions, so... Sesame Sense is getting funny. It's sus. Not thinking with the right head, but the princess has a good point. I don't know anymore.
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner.
So she's always bored, is what you're saying. Okay, that's a knife in her arm.
The princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
I've heard of concealed carry before, but this is just ridiculous.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
Well, I mean, it's not like this is a problem. Look at the knife and look at her other arm.
At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
Yeah, she's in the shackle. She can't exactly
Those
get me.
chains stop
This
her
is
from
why I
continuing
stood
to
all the way
advance.
out here.
At least for a moment.
I do like her stance here, though. That's really cool looking. She looks squared up, but also like she has no idea what just happened.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
So, fellas, not for nothing, while she's confused, we should run.
And then she slices through her arm.
Or we could just let her do that.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
No shit, Sherlock! Let's get out of here!
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
Great.
That won't stop us from trying. Run, 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 run!
I'm trying!
You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace.
I heard you. I was hoping it wasn't true.
We don't make it, do we?
No, we don't.
No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
I'm going to kill you now.
Why did you not the first time?
Rose
Ow!
Filch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, well, oh. Should have brought a metal detector with you. Boy, I wish that was an option. Why is that hot? She's actually gonna... Oh, she's gonna kill us. I think we need to think with a different head at that point. She can stab you, but that is a slicing edge if I've seen one. Smart lower back side of the pelvis. Yeah, fight her this time. Fight her! Chapter 3. No Way Out. Okay. Oh my god!
No, fuck that. If we have to keep doing this,
Is that the first
over and
F-bomb?
over
Is that the
again, we're not
only
starting
F-bomb?
in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Well, I guess we get 2 F-bombs. Nice.
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A construction mess
He
of curved
just
and battered sheet
did
metal
that.
Pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I don't know, but it was really funny. Fight her, get revenge. She didn't look super happy about that one. Yeah, I think it was because we bored her. So she was like, oh, okay, well, if you're going to annoy me to this
I
point.
feel dizzy.
I mean, we just teleported, so.
Ho, ho, ho. I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't
Well,
I?
that wasn't half as satisfying as I thought it'd be.
Interesting.
Now
Who
what?
holds the cards now?
No voice of the hero cusses in this very path. So, okay, fair enough. I guess we're all going to start cussing.
Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
Oh, the voice of the contrarian is here as well.
This
Okay.
is fun for you. It's not
And
fun
the voice
for
of the
me.
broken
I
is
don't
here?
like being sliced to pieces.
Wow, how many pieces of me are we finding?
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This isn't normal, though. Normally we only get 1 new voice. We got, like, 2. this time.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Yeah, I think we established that one. We might have even established that one last time.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Oh my god.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we?
That's getting harder and harder with the more voices in my head. Head's starting to feel heavy, like I got a headache. Everything is now a way to look like a depressed girl. She wants the best 3 minutes, not the okay 30.
Only furniture of note
Fair
is
enough.
a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure.
Okay,
you take
I
the
guess we
blade
have the
before letting
blade.
me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good point.
And then we throw it out the window.
Which is why I'm getting rid of it.
What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not. Too late, because we already did it, didn't we?
We sure did, because it sure is funny.
Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes.
That's so stupid. I love that.
Horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that.
You just teleported us, though.
You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things.
Oh my god, the voices in my soul are rebelling and making me do everything now.
What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it.
I mean, I really thought that would have been the funniest thing we could have done. I wish we saw, like, a little picture of just the blade getting thrown out the window, but, like, I'll take it, you know. A lot of rules just kind of go out the window with this one. Yeah, pretty much. Chapter 4. The migraine. Bruh. Yippee! Bye-bye, Blade. We flopped.
You're all so mad.
This is it. We're done. We're cooked.
Quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
Broken, that's okay. You figured everything out on the last route we did. You've done enough. You just take a rest, buddy.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
Not the only thing out the window, I guess. Well, we have one card left to play, don't we? We need to use it. We need to use the look.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Yeah, there is a mirror.
Through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
Usually when the mirror is directly in front of the door like this, it means we're done after this chapter, though.
There isn't a
So
door. It's just
I
that
guess we're just
mirror
about
again.
there.
There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You
All
make
right,
your
doors
way to the
behind
door
this
at the end
thing,
of the
so
room,
let's take a look.
Stopping just in front of it. You really must think
Hand
you're looking
over
at a
this.
mirror.
All the voices will be
Mirror
here soon
doesn't
enough if I
exist.
keep this up. Slay the
reach
princess.
forward.
I'll fight her. I don't think we have a choice in this specific route to take the blade and use it to fight her. So, unless you mean like fight her in the dialogue options, in which case we can do both. I can just save before we do the dialogue option, and then we can fight her, and I can show it, and then we can go back and use the look. So, or I could do it the opposite way, whichever way would be the best. So, we don't need a blade to fight her. We can't use the look here. Just got to be assertive. Oh, we can't use it here? Okay. I figured we would be able to use it, but we'll see. We're going silly goober in here. The look is for very special situations. We are sadly rizzing the princess. Fight her without the blade. Sadder. Compromise. Neat. Let's throw hands.
Let's just move it out.
We'll see what we can do. We'll check the dialogue option.
I'm sure
and we'll go
we'll
from
look awful after dying twice.
there. But we keep coming back together,
Let's just
Broken.
fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Quite frankly, I'm with you, because we've been at it for 2 hours and 50 minutes, and pretty soon I'm going to be tired, so... Are you okay?
You reach
Anyway.
forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
How's our feathers? Breath? Need to be all at our best for this. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh wait, no, you're wrong. Oh,
And the
okay.
mirror's
So
gone.
we can use the.
That's
I was gonna say
surprising.
I don't know if it matters which route we're on, if we
I
can
can't
use
say
the
I was
look or not.
particularly invested in looking at it before, but
I guess we'll
now-
see.
Now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
I guess we'll find out what's in the mirror eventually.
Just stay
And
focused.
the more of you that are here, the more of you that'll get to complain about it at the end. So
You step forward, but you
his
don't
name
get
is
a chance
Broken.
to
I
look
highly
down
doubt
the
he's okay.
stairs.
Yeah, and that's fair.
They are
We're gonna have
smooth
the
and
Rizzer.
flat and metallic.
Also beer, so
and
sorry.
unintentional
That's
and
so. If you have beer,
unfortunately
that's
slippery
fine.
ramp.
that
I don't
quickly
have
sends
beer,
you
but I'll
skittering to the
toast to
bottom.
that with my water. Well, okay. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking
Your
and
body
trying
tumbles
to
onto the basement
stab.
landing. The form of the princess comes into view, Riley smiling at you from a distance.
Oh, good. Even your dress has become shattered glass now.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Thank you. That was all I was asking for last time.
And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke.
It sure
I'm
is.
going to kill you now.
But the joke's on me.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea.
Probably, but it was really funny.
That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this.
And for what it's worth, I appreciate that.
Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you
Well, here she
figure out
is.
how to get
A
us out
fun
of it?
princess slide. Her dress reminds you of paper. I don't know, I get kind of like a... Well, I can see the paper part, actually, now that you mention that, yeah. I see more of like a broken window out of it,
guys
but
like
I see
us
the
don't
paper
get to
part,
make
too.
any decisions. You should know that.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
I'm starting to get a headache from all these people arguing in my head. It's starting to get a little annoying, actually.
Bickering with ourselves. How are we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp.
Cuts everywhere. All the better to give you paper cuts, my dear. Oh boy.
Your internal
Okay,
bickering is
well,
cut short
now
by
she
the
has
wet sound
two
of
knives.
Slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
You're
Oh,
going to
boy.
make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Probably.
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What we doing?
What do you mean, what are we doing? I have all of you here. Let's all figure this out. All right, so... What do I want to do first? Well, first I want to return. That's what I want to do. So, 8th opening. The one that you want to see is the "We're Fighting Her" obviously one. Is that the one you want to see? Just so that I know which one I'm... Or are we doing the dodge one? Because the dodge one, I think, would probably be more effective, but I could be wrong about that. You want to see the "We're Fighting Her" one. Okay. So that's the one. I think what we'll do is we'll do the "Fighting Her" one as the actual path forward. But let's find the look here. Oh, wait, where is the look? Oh, it's here. Here it is. Okay, we saved. We'll just load after we do the look. Here's the look. We'll flirt with the stabby stab princess for all of you, so. Love that the contrarian never feels malicious, at least to you. He just wants to have fun and doesn't take consequences seriously. The phallic portion looks like paper. I'm sorry, phallic portion? What sharp hands you have, my dear. Those are steel razor blades. Her third leg. Rock, paper, scissors with the razor. I hope I'm not made of paper. Yeah, it'll intimidate her. Oh, what polish is that? You're positively gleaming. Can we see all of the options? Let's dodge later. Can we see all of the options? I wish I wasn't strapped for time. I feel like seeing all the options would. I think there is a compilation on YouTube that lets you see all the options. Let's do... Because I think eventually you do see all the options no matter what you take here. It's just the ones that you pick first is the one that gets the most exposition. So we'll at least do this one and then do the one that 8th opening wants to see, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, here we go. Let's flirt with the stabby stab princess.
Now that is an interesting move.
This princess is metal. That's okay, just one or two cold. Yeah, sorry, I know. It's just... I have another exam tomorrow, so I don't want to be here till midnight. I gotta study a little bit, so...
Interesting.
That's probably
It's
just an excuse,
disgusting.
to be fair.
Now don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Well, what if I can stop her with love?
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Yes, do you want her to kill us? If we flirt with her, maybe she won't kill us.
Of course we do. I'm into it. The one making the decisions is into it. Are you not?
Oh my god. Oh, neat, you've never seen the contrarian in this situation? Oh, is he not here for some of these?
I
Okay.
don't think so. I don't know.
I just figured he was here for all of these because it's
I
the
could
razor.
go either
but-
way, honestly.
I mean, the cheated would be here for the razor, obviously, but I figured the contrarian was here for all of
She
them.
doesn't want us.
How do you know
You're
that,
just
though?
saying that because you want her to be into you.
Oh my god, don't just call him on that, man.
I know. I thought I was being obvious.
Like, don't be a dick about it. Alright. It's bolded. Oh my god. It's in bold text, too. Okay. So all of you can interpret the look however you want to interpret it. But let's give her the look.
The look.
What do you mean, question mark?
Yeah, the best flirts know how to flirt without saying anything. We just have to let her know, right?
I guess.
You flash the princess the look,
Hey, baby.
and a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
See, I told you it'd be so stupid it might work.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Okay, well, that's a start.
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
I wouldn't count on it.
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
You're just gonna say that? Oh, God. Okay, I think after this, if I remember correctly, everything goes exactly the same no matter what you do. Let me just see.
Or not.
Yeah, or not. So, she's going to kill me. So let's back up. Let's back up just a little bit here. Yeah. Alright, so let's back up here. Raise one eyebrow. Wry smile. Yeah, there we go. Don't know how many princesses blush, but it's more than one. Yes, finally, let's show her our best side. Cheated ain't saying no. Damn, here goes nothing. The look? Is the bold text new? Maybe it's always been bold. I don't know. Good question. It's a higher form of communication. That's the happy ending. Yippee, subtext. Okay, so let's do the one that 8th opening wanted to see, which is the fighting her one. And then I think what we'll do is we'll load after that one. I think I might have to go a little further with this one just because we're fighting her. And then we'll go back and we'll do the dodge one. How about that? And we'll use the dodge one as our this is us going forward thing. Okay, so how about that? Yeah, so here's how it works basically is depending on which option you pick here, you'll get another voice. If you flirt first, the voice of the smitten will show up. I think if you fight her, stubborn is going to show up, and then dodge, you'll get hunted, which is the one from the beast route. So, excuse me. Ugh, so we're fighting her.
We're fighting her? Are you forgetting the part where the cheeky one thought it'd be funny to throw our only weapon out the window?
Maybe a little bit, but hey, what else are we going to do?
I mean, it was funny. Even she said it was funny.
She called it a joke.
Oh yes, it was absolutely hilarious.
Mm.
We'll all be laughing together once we're out of here.
Yeah, but we'll be out of here in ribbons in about 5 seconds.
If we make it out of here, but I don't know. That seems unlikely.
Probably pretty unlikely. I'm done explaining myself. I'm going to punch her now. I think I have to say this one, otherwise she's just going to get the jump on me, so let's go.
Ooh, someone's mad.
You pissed me off, princess.
Okay, why not? Fists raised, you charge the princess.
Oh, so you do want to fight, huh? Okay, hit me. Hit me and see what happens. I'll give you a free shot and everything.
Wait, really?
Here goes. We can make this work.
All right, well,
What if we don't?
fellas, we got to be behind the punch all together on this. There's more of
Your
us.
fist slams into the princess's face and she recoils in pain.
Okay, that did something.
Huh. We actually did something to her.
Yeah, we gave her an excuse to stab me.
Ow, 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 ow. That hurt. What are your bones made of? Metal?
Please, stop pitying me.
Because mine are.
Yeah, no shit.
Before you can react, she returns a punch of her own. Only it isn't really a punch.
Yeah, a punch with a sword.
Yes, we all know she has swords for arms. We have eyes. Well, she skewers you.
And that's how the other one ends too. She skewers you. So, back we go. Let's see if dodging makes a difference. I don't know that dodging, I mean, we can't dodge forever, obviously, but maybe it'll make more difference than this. I think you get a trophy for that one, by the way, for punching her in the face, if I remember correctly. So, hey, if you didn't get that trophy, there you go. Yay, you won! Some relationships have fights, but I have a feeling she oh god, I hope she doesn't like it. Load. You won. Too high. Yeah, we should have punched a little lower. Oh god. In the abdomen, that is. Small victory. A stab now. Yeah, load. Let's back up. Alright, let's try dodging.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, she's got a bunch of knives, but maybe we can get her to, like, smash them into the walls and, like, eventually maybe they'll break. Weapons have durability, right?
What are we gonna do? Tire her out?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, I'm willing to try.
And we'll learn how she moves. If we can keep ourselves alive, that's one step closer to getting through this.
Yeah, there we go.
It doesn't matter if she kills us, it's always
Hit the
going
lower
to be
jaw.
the same.
Rattle the brain stem. Yeah, there you
What
go.
we deserve.
Kick her in the temple. Oh, actually, don't do that. If you kick someone in the temple, you can actually kill them, even if you don't intend to do that. That's a karate lesson. Don't kick people in the temple.
But you don't have time to bicker amongst yourselves forever. Knives out, she charges you.
She looks so happy with her murder that she's about to do. All right, come on
Do you
then.
know? You dodge her attack.
You're gonna have to do better than that, my dear.
And there we go! Yes! And then she attacks again.
We should dodge again then.
Hey, wait a second! And you dodge again.
See? No time to think, just act.
Phew. And she attacks again, barely missing you.
All right, fellas, I think we're almost out of stamina. We might want to drink a potion.
Just how many attacks does she have?
A lot, actually. You can make a lot of different attacks with 2 blades.
Do you really think you can dodge me forever? I have so many more moves than you can even imagine. And one of them's going to hit you.
You're probably right, but I gave it my best shot.
We're doomed, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
She attacks once more. I don't like how you just changed the way you said it.
Well, because we're not dodging this time.
And she skewers you.
Yeah. I should have gone, you know what I should have done is with the look one, I should have gone up to the skewers you part. Sorry about that, but I think it was only like one more line of dialogue and it would have happened, so. But this is how it ends. No matter what you do, she skewers you.
Ow.
Yeah, indeed.
I did my best.
Thank you. Why are we alive?
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
I think we did, but I think we came back immediately.
Nah. We'd know if we died. Right?
Is she changing the rules now that she's this?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
Yeah, she's changing the rules. We got rid of the narrator.
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Well, you're probably right about that one, so. It's just how she expresses affection. A little death hasn't killed us yet. It's about to. To karate, you also don't punch them in the lower jaw. Yeah, don't do that either. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Hang on, I think I missed an option there. Gao, hold on, let me see. Or I missed one of the things you typed. Yeah, she seems to like killing us more than fighting. The adversary likes fighting. This one just likes killing us.
Stop saying dead, all of you.
So,
We might have
But I
died
think
a
you're
second
right.
ago, but right now we're
What is this
extremely
screen?
not dead.
some interesting expressions on the razor at that one, though. She skewers us. Huh. A good question. Where are you? About to die again.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4,
I don't actually know how to answer that question.
I think.
I think he means how many times have we died?
Yeah, don't know the answer to that one either.
Yes. That. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
Oh my god.
I haven't. It's 4.
Thanks for keeping score.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Well, we're pretty far past 1 at this point.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Is it just me, or is she getting sharper?
But I guess we don't
Oh,
have time
God.
to talk about things before the princess advances.
Here we go.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Do you think you're all buffs or something? What do you think this
As
is?
long as we keep moving.
I guess.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, so we showed the fighting her. Talked us out. We showed flirting her. Panicking. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better. I'm okay with that one. You're uncomfortable now? Autocorrect her? This is how the crazy girls show love. I think she's a special kind of crazy, this one, if I'm quite honest. Honestly, this battlefield looks more like a spider web. It's pure chaos. What a riot. She's the only place to be anymore. I'm going to try to think up something else. I know she said show her something new, but like, These ideas suck. It doesn't work. And she kills me again. And again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires. So basically the first one, you get the full gambit of what happens. Beyond that point, this is what happens no matter what you choose.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
Voice of the technician. This princess has hacks.
She skewers you.
Ow.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
We just have to hit her harder.
So you say.
She skewers you.
Didn't really work.
More noise isn't helping. It's just making it harder to focus.
Thank you. Someone else is acknowledging the migraine I'm going to have by the time I'm done with this.
Compliment her.
She is getting way too sharp for this.
There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
How did that work for you, Smitten?
You're cute.
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, but look at her.
We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you.
I love how we're still keeping track of that.
No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that.
I would have. It was still really funny.
Just panic. Flee.
I don't think that's gonna work.
She skewers you.
Yeah, she could already outrun us the last time.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We lasted a little longer.
A little?
Barely.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Something tells me that's not gonna help.
She skewers you.
Yeah. Wait, oh no, is she falling for... I don't know if she's falling for us so much as she's turning into a horrible sword monstrosity. And I don't think I like how this is going. Also, sorry, kind of parodying you. It's all in good faith. Nah, it's all fine. If y'all want to do voices in the chat, I'm perfectly okay with it, so... Every time you get a new voice, and the princess gets a new knife. Nothing leads to nothing leads to nothing. That's it. No, the screen. Forgot there was another like this in the razor splitting stuff in frames, yeah, so...
Ooh.
Every
not
time.
Bad. Real tough.
You get something new.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
I'm not on board with that,
Fine. One last time.
but we're only making her stronger.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Okay, sure. I'm willing to give anything a shot at this point. Let's try it.
She skewers you.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Finally! Let me out of this damn prison! Wait, hang on. This was chapter 3. What do you mean everything goes dark and you die? There's a chapter 4?! This has never happened before! Chapter 4, The Empty Cup!
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Oh my god, my head hurts.
No steel claw, though.
Where would we even put it at this point? You know how messed up this whole thing
Was
is?
tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke.
I mean, she's taken it from us before, so it's not like we should have expected that.
If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it.
So you say, but look at all the times she's stabbed us to death.
That's what I've been telling you all. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel.
She definitely is in love. In love with stabbing you. Yeah, that's her only true love, unfortunately. You know what? At least the world hasn't exploded. Too wild right now, to be honest. This path leads to something, but what? I guess we'll find out. Oh, no. Wait, we've done chapter 4 before, right? I have not done a chapter 4. We've done Happily Ever After, but that's a chapter 3, technically, or it's called an epilogue. Excuse me. But for this playthrough, we haven't seen a chapter 4 before. No. So, one time to believe. Cooking hamburgers and enjoying this. Nice. She's beat us so many times.
Yeah, mind over matter.
I mean, I guess.
Who needs
Something tells me
violence
your crazy
when
hacks are
you
not
have-
going to help us this time, Paranoid.
Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
I really need all of you to stop, though. Like, you just...
Well, boys, are we ready?
I mean, I guess at least maybe we're all on the same page here, but,
There are
like...
entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Oh, you're bad. No, that's okay. That's okay. It's just if we... we haven't seen the... there is another part to this where if you, in Chapter 2, you take the blade and you try to fight her with the blade, you get 2 different chapters 3 and 4s. So, yeah, there is another side to this, but we have not done a Chapter 4 yet. But you're good. All good.
Leave it to the pros.
What has she turned into now?
Narrator,
Only one way to find out. There's not even a mirror this time.
Towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
God, I hope it's the last time because
Fine by
Jesus
me.
Christ, am I sick of
Walk
all
to
this.
the door and onto the basement stairs. Only it's more of a slide. We know.
Yeah, we get to do the princess slide again.
Fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Thank you.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Good, because now you and I are on the same page.
Don't care. Just want to see how this ends.
Oh my God.
Fine. You make your way to the basement.
Well, she doesn't look like
where
she's
the princess
changed
awaits
that much.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
Yeah, that's how it was supposed to happen. I don't know why it didn't happen that way the last 7 times.
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Well, about that.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Uh-huh.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, God. Love is worth it even when it gets rough. I feel like you and the Smitten would agree with that. The mirror has long since given up on this path, I guess. This is normal in some way. Viagra is a hell of a drug. I don't know if Viagra is what she took, but she definitely got her iron supplement. Narrator? Narrator?
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Quite honestly, I don't think I want to know what she's about to do, but...
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, me too.
Fellas, I don't think you do.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Fine. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm gonna let all y'all get yourselves killed because this is getting ridiculous.
Really? Okay then.
Is there no autonomy left in my entire body?
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms
Okay,
of raw meat. as
might
it
hurl again.
stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
I'm surprised there was anything left of her after all the time she stabbed us, to be fair. I don't know why she needs the heart. She is literally just metal now.
Are you ready for what comes next?
I never have been.
Holy shit!
You don't say.
She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
What is wrong with you?
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
What is wrong with both of you?
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I think the window's upstairs. I think we're cooked.
That looked painful.
Oh my God. The narrator being extra sassy and salty. Very unprofessional of him, voice technician. Mods ban her! Yeah, still a 10. That's a cool design. Not sure how that would work, but would. Yes, behold, the perfect woman. All swords. She has everything on the table because she has nothing to hide.
How is she still alive?
Questions for later.
Heart's still beating. That's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Alright, are we gonna get on the same page here, or are y'all just gonna argue amongst yourselves?
I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us.
It didn't. So we need to come up with a plan, and fast, fellas.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Oh my God.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
What do you mean, quit? You can't quit. You're in here with me. We gotta figure this out before she just... All of you, get out.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
You too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You can try. Formless water, my dear. Float like a butterfly.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
Because I wasn't trying. I'm trying now. Smash like a hammer. Well, how about that?
Did you do that?
No,
It's funny
you
if
did that.
You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too?
I'm glad you finally understand.
No, I'm the one who hurts you.
So you think. You can try it again. But it'll only end with this happening. Jackpot. I've taken your heart, my dear. This is not how I wanted it to end, but it's the only way it could. What a fucking joke. Yo, Fourth and Gone got in the game. And a phallic-looking dress fragment was a problem. Question mark. I am become death, destroyer of worlds. We locked in. Yes, we sure did. Oh no, she's scared. Poor Razor. No, not existentialism. Trailer life is still like someone said heart transplant. Just give that to me. That thing, your heart in your chest. All right. All the fellas are gone. All they were doing was clouding my thoughts. I have no clouding anymore. I know what I am. I'm so much more than she ever could be. If this is all she could ever be, then she's going to have to do better than that. Well, I did just say I was formless water. But there's one more thing I have to get rid of first.
I think you know what I am.
I do. Seven more years of bad luck. That's all I need for right now, though. Now, narrator, this may not be the same you as the one who was just in the last world, but I thought I just told all of you to get out. I know what I am. I know what she is. And I know how this is going to end. Aha! Perfect path to end the route with. Hats off to you. I really thought this one through. I really thought this would be a good one to end it off with, so. We have reality perception. Crazy. Oh, boy. Alright, where are you? You can't hide from me forever. I'm through with this game. There you are. Finally decided to pull yourself together, huh?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
It's funny, I feel like I literally just saw you a minute ago. So I know what that means, and quite frankly, I have not missed you. All I want to know is what happens now.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting.
I mean, that worked
But
out
it's
pretty well
woven
for me
into your
last time.
nature, isn't it? When the
The look,
echoes
use the look!
from
It's our only way home!
He gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
The only thing we've done is kill each other, my dear. I don't know necessarily that I want to create a world devoid of death. But if this is all we can ever be, maybe the world's better off without. You know, and I think with the foreknowledge that we have of the previous life that we lived, I don't know necessarily know that we'd have that, but I think this is a fair question to ask. If you were going to become something like this anyway, no matter whether I dealt you death or you dealt me death or any of that mattered, what was the point of all of this? Do you know how many times we've killed each other? What was the meaning in all of that?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it.
The shade, wow. At the end, was the answer, let's beat the deity. Active chat versus bottom streamer. Bottom, it's a mystery. Passive, okay. She's a little high right now, but she got the spirit. Passive, what are we talking about? The boss fight, yeah. So there's a boss fight.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
But this time, I have a few more cards up my sleeve.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
I sure did.
On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you humbled me.
Is that what you think happened?
You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives. And yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Is that seriously what you think happened? By the way, just so I can get this clear before I start literally taking her to the dogs. See how this one's not really a bolded red and this is a bolded red? If you pick specific routes on your playthrough, you'll get these bolded red options. In order to get the ending I'm about to get, you need to have 5 of these. All 5 routes need to give you a bolded answer. It's the only way this can happen. So just so that we know technically in terms of like why this is happening, this is why. We had to do all of these endings this way so we can get these bolded options. And we can tell her, no, actually, that's not what happened. You literally played yourself. You broke yourself upon nothingness. So crash into me again. Show me what you have, because I'm not impressed.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
You'll be a ghost pretty soon, once I'm done with you.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin,
Let's beat the high and mighty out of her.
The meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
Just one hand holding up a heart, a poetic fight. Woke up to godhood and chose violence. She awakened me to my true power, but she was not ready for it. Congrats, you played yourself. Her left hip princess is cute. Left hip princess. Okay, the Fury's in the way. We'll see it after this. Is it the one that's giving her
something new?
Something.
It is only bodies that fear it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wasn't really afraid of the death part. I was quite frankly sick of the death part. You couldn't even get me to that point, though. You literally brought me to the edge of atomic existence, and you couldn't finish the job. But the second I gave you a choice to leave, you decided it was on you that you would stay and wallow in that filth that you made for yourself. Why would you do that to yourself?
Death is a fantasy. Only those who lack perspective see it as anything other than transformation. You cannot destroy me.
You shouldn't have even given me that thought there, my dear, because quite frankly, I think I'm full of possibilities right now.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I barely know you now.
You sought the truth, then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I know the truth of the matter, and the truth of the matter here is that I broke your body in the previous 2 routes that we already discussed. When you came to me as the damsel and chose to be passive yourself, to just ask me what to do, it took like 4 questions to break your mind.
You have never truly seen me gone. You cannot fathom a world without me.
We're getting pretty close to one. By the way, the reason why these keep jumping in still images is because I turned off the thing that makes them, like, jump, because I figure it's better if someone has photosensitivity. Yeah, I remember that. Destroy her, then offer her grace? ? I don't know if that's where we're going with this. I'm still pretty pissed at her. Let's show her the place she owns on the power scale. Very little. No, that's the middle option. The hip is looking... Oh, the hip is the one looking at us. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yep. The grabby hands, please stop grabbing her flesh heart. Yeah, so that endless tapestry of events, I had to cut through all of that to find the one option that would screw you over the most. And it did screw you over the most, because I did not fear the Abyss anymore. You caused that. You made me not fear the Abyss. What makes you think I'm going to get to the end of this whole thing and fear it now?
The Echo was deluded. A world without me would be an eternal hell.
I'll see it for myself, then.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dark corners of a forgotten place flooded by emotions left unspoken. The tide rises. I kill you and me.
You sure did.
An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life.
I'm not willing to linger on this ending. Quite frankly,
And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
by the time we're done with this argument, I'll be glad to be through with this whole thing. I'll be ready to move on.
Enough!
Oh, really? Now you're gonna play your hand. 5 arguments, my dear. You are divine ascension itself. And all it took was 1 wrong question and 5 arguments for us to be ready to throw hands? We could have had eternity together. And this is all you were capable of before you decided we'd get into a fight. Seriously. That's it? That's all it took?
I am the thread that weaves nothing into something.
Yeah, and I'm the nothing. So get on my level. You're gonna have to do better than that. I told you. You really shouldn't have done all those things. You really shouldn't have... You shouldn't have broken yourself against me, really. We could have done something special. We could have done something much better than what we just did.
This shouldn't be possible. What are you?
What can you ever hope to be without me to define your shape?
I'm the long quiet, my dear. And from where I'm
Please,
standing now,
don't do this to yourself.
you don't understand. I know the path forward at this point, because this was never fair to either of us, was it? We could try to make this work, we could try to like each other, but at the end of the day, the only relationships we've had for the past 5 resets have been those that were toxic to the both of us. And the only way to get rid of something toxic is to cut it out. Okay. There's nothing left to give me a headache anymore. Nothing left to distract me. Let's see what kind of a world I can build for myself. Yeah. Let's take this cage down. Well, that was easy. So this is the world without her, huh? Just an endless ocean and a black hole? Well, I can hold solace in one thing. If the ocean was as devoid of meaning as she made it seem like, as devoid of death as the narrator made it seem like it could be, there would not be waves. The ocean would be still. But the ocean is moving. And that means that even without her, I'm capable of something. I don't know what that is yet, but one thing's for sure. I never would have figured that out with her still here. And now I have a long time to figure out what that is. And that's the second cycle, everybody. Sorry, I had to take that a little more seriously just because of the stakes of the situation. Let me catch up on chat. So, oh, I didn't know the gray gave you a red option. Yes, indeed, the gray gives you a red option. I think in both situations the gray gives you a red option, so there you go. So, they were split from one god. She acts like you need her to exist, but yet she says she doesn't need you to thrive. Yeah, like I said, she's absolute, because if her power is not absolute, what is she, right? She's nothing. She's either all or nothing. There's no in between. And that's the problem, because if you don't just believe in her absolutely, you can't believe in her at all. And she knows that. And again, that's why all it took. And I mean, again, we had eternity to spend with her. But if all it took was one wrong set of words and 5 arguments to set her on edge, we would have been fighting a lot in that forever. But that's honestly kind of the price that we pay for accepting this whole godhood shtick. We were cast in these roles without our consent. And in both of these endings, there was really nothing we could do about it, right? Like, we had to be the gods because that was the role we were forced to play. But we could have been something else. We could have just, I don't know, not been gods, maybe, and maybe things would have turned out different. The lonely ending, yeah, indeed. Now you can make a mold of the imprint left behind, the longing in my heart that she left, because even a toxic relationship weaves texture around your heart. Next chapter. The cams are, and a comedy narrator pulls up. Yeah, there you go. Ocean's full of incomprehensible horrors. Well, at least it's full of something. Probably the hardest ending to get, but also the most depressing, in your honest opinion. It's called Evolution, the voice of the end. Forever is forever. It's okay. Pardon your drama. I was being dramatic too. It's okay if we all get a little dramatic. But yeah, there you go. That's the ending that I think a lot of people have difficulty getting, just because it's really hard to be mean to someone like that, right? Like, it's difficult in any situation. Doesn't matter if it's a video game or real. Like, if you have any basic human empathy, it's really hard to be mean to someone continuously. And we were mean to each other by doing those routes. The trouble, of course, is that I was always the instigator of that meanness. It didn't matter what reset we were doing. Anytime that we were mean, it was me being mean, and then she just reciprocated. But that's the trouble, right? Is that when you can't really go on with your life living a relationship like that. And I hate to give, relationship advice here, but you can't really go on with your life living a relationship where all you do is give and take hate for each other. That's not healthy for either person involved. You have to either meet in the middle in some way, or you have to get out of that relationship, because it's never going to end well if all you do is keep going back and forth on the hate, So, just a thought. Actually, don't think she's absolute. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to find her heart in the cabin. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's... Maybe she's only absolute when you're on level with her. You know what I mean? Maybe she's only not absolute. There we go. When you're on level with her. Because remember, you're slowly awakening to your godhood as you finish the game as well. I think she's absolute when you don't realize that you are on the same level as her. And so then... Like in the first ending, where I was just kind of very okay with whatever she was saying. She was absolute then because it didn't seem like there was any problem with it, right? This time there was a problem and she was less absolute. So, yeah, she believes she's absolute, but it's proven otherwise, yep. That's why the best 3 minutes. All that, and all you get is your head hurting by trying to understand why we fall faster than a knife in the void. I think if I remember right, I looked that up afterwards, and I think the physics people said... I don't remember what website I looked it up on, though, so it might not have been a good source. But I think they said in a vacuum in space, what would happen is you'd be falling towards a body with a high gravitational pull, and the force of you falling towards it would match the force of it pushing back on you. So it wouldn't matter what your mass was. Eventually, you'd all hit at the same time, if that makes sense. I think that's what they said. I could be misinterpreting the physics, but I think that's it. Hate was the key to unlock my heart to forever. Had to look up online which routes to get that ending, because the only way to tell for sure if a path has a red option is to get the end otherwise. Yeah, exactly. So that's why. That was another reason why I wanted to do this playthrough after I did like my own playthroughs of this game. And I only did one, but I looked up like how to do these other two, so that way I knew I'd be getting the endings I wanted. So she acts like she's the guide to someone naive, right? And so, obviously... In the first ending's case, we were naive. We were just waking up to this. This time, we were not naive. We knew that the relationship that we had with the princesses was not a good one, and we had to take that to its logical conclusion, which was, get that shit out of here. And this is where we ended up, right back where we started from. So here's what we've got so far. We still have some stickers left to get, but we figured out what a world is like without her. And quite frankly... I think I'd be okay with just talking at this point. I think I'd be okay with just not trying to answer questions, not trying to figure out what we are, what she is, what all of our roles are to play. What if we just talked? Like, what if we just communicated like people? You know what I mean? Because maybe then, at the end of everything, when we're faced with the godhood that we're cast into, we can figure out a different way forward. And whatever that path is, we'll face it together. We're going to find out, because we got one more cycle left to go through on Slay the Princess, the Stream Edition, and that will be happening, let's see, what's today, Tuesday? Starting on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that one is full of Chapter 3s, so more likely than not, that will definitely be 3 streams, because this one was almost, 4 hours? I'm okay with it. It's not like I spent a lot of energy doing this, but it'll be all good. We'll take our time with the next ones. We'll do it in 3 streams, and then we'll go from there. So, okay, sound good? Hopefully. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, where we will begin the final cycle of this playthrough. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Yeah, the end is never the end. I thought about playing that for the stream, but I already know too much about it. I don't feel like it'd be quite as interesting as this one. I know a little bit less about this game than I do about the Stanley Parable, just because I've played most of the Stanley Parable through. Not going to say it'll never happen, but after this, it probably won't happen soon.